Ah, that's better. Gosh. I was watching Rat Clown Car earlier, just for reference, but yeah. I was waiting for that. Streams within streams, exactly. Rosie, how are we going? Welcome in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Mr. Machine Gun. We're hunting. Hunters. Good hunter. Yeah, I was watching Rat Clown Car play some Devil Summoner earlier, but yes, would have made a bit of a bad sound if it was layered over each other. I can't show somebody else having a better presentation than mine. Nickabadi, how you going? Welcome in, welcome in. Where did we get to last time? I don't remember. Oh, that's right. We finished the mission, saved the game, took on that freaking boss. It's been 2 weeks. I'm completely lost. What's this game again? Who are you people? What am I doing? Hello, my name is Kilria. My name's got killing it. That's a good start. You're my commander, right? Nice to meet you. Riflery is my specialty, of course. But when it comes to techniques, I can do just about everything. She can do face paint as well. What? That's where we're going to end the stream. That's where we're going to end every stream from now until forever. We'll be playing Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, and then it'll be like, all right, it's the last half hour of the stream. Let's go back to that Arcs boss. I used to be stationed with a different Hunters Guild. I got transferred over here, though, because you needed more people. Are you guys really in that much trouble, though? Go easy on me, okay? You have a third line of dialogue. You do. I took a look at our next mission, but is this all we've got? I mean, helping some kid out with his homework? Heck, you guys have it easy here. And I don't mind it one bit, Commander. Oh, you're a slacker, Kilria. Had a tasty lammakan rolled doner kebab with a ground meat, onions, tomatoes, spread on the flatbread just now. So doing great. Well fed and ready to watch. Awesome. Oh, Takatron. I'm sorry. I was just spacing out a little. Huh? Well, you know my sister, the person I've been looking for? Her name is Sophia, it seems. I wonder if I look anything like her. I bet you they're bloody twins. I bet you they're exactly the same. That always seems to be the anime way. Before I ended up here, I was injured and ended up in a hospital. My injuries were pretty severe, so while I still have fairly distinct memories of my childhood, I barely remember a thing from around when I was injured. It's all kind of a blur. I only remember how my sister looked back when I was a child. I have this photo of her that was left behind. You always have such nice food. Yeah, tell me about it. And that's pretty much all I have to go on in my search. I just have this feeling that I've got to find her. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. My memory's gone, but this feeling is still there in my chest, in the heart. My injuries? Oh, I'm fine now. They're all healed. I don't know all the particulars, but I wasn't seriously hurt from a physical standpoint. Instead, I received a major emotional shock. They said my memory will come back gradually over a long period of time. I was in rehabilitation for a little while. I had to go find my sister. I left early. Oh, this feeling in my chest. I should have done some more rehab on my chest muscles. It just won't go away. We had spaghetti bolognese for dinner. That was as thrilling and gourmet as it got in the Mr. Machine Gun household. You must be Takatron. My name is Tifu. Tefu? Let's go Tifu. I've been in the service of Lady Viviana for more than 10 years. I've only just began to learn how to fight. So my ability on the battlefield? Well, all I can say is it's almost as if I have none at all. As a result, if possible, I request that you not deploy me on any assignments. Having me stay here would be the best for you just as much as it would for me. I do truly hope you understand my request, Tifu. You're a coward. We're setting you straight out. Tasty Turkish food is just ubiquitous in and around Berlin. Oh, yes. You think Lady Viviana is something of a shy person? That may be true. Even so, however, she is a very strong-willed person. If you touch a nerve at the wrong time, she may beat you with her fists, or give you a flying kick from behind, or tie you up and leave you outside. Or, well, in any case, She's a very rambunctious young lady, especially for her age. She's also a very charming young lady who abuses me, apparently. And she very rarely means any real harm on anybody. So you see, I hope that you understand this the next time you have to discuss matters with her, Commander. Sounds like a real winner. Okay. No! Ah! Let me go. Yep. Ah, yes, you talk all the time. Is this the Lady Viviana? Yahoo! Let's go! You're our commander, right? Well, am I right? Ooh, I am. I could tell right off from one glance. Oh, I'm sorry. I never told you my name. I'm Viviana. I beat up that robot over there. I'm an intern. Hope she's a paid intern. From the Hunter Training Center, the HTC. But don't treat me like some idiot, okay? I'm not just a rookie. I have the skills. Put me on the court, coach. Got hoop dreams. Almost nobody could beat me in the HTC simulations we had. Nobody except for Memori, that is. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, I've got a little favour to ask. There's a certain place I'd like to go to. So, would you mind giving me some deployment orders right away? Thanks. Oh, it's actually a side quest. This is where her side of the Memori battle. My destination is the Tower of Calum. It's a very special spot to me. I haven't been over there lately, but something reminded me of it just recently. So I figured if the right mission came along, I guess I'm being a little selfish, aren't I? Oh, but I shouldn't worry. You're a nice commander after all, aren't you? Okay, yeah, good. Are we nice commanders? What do you reckon? I think we should send that robot out. The cowardly robot. You got anything for me, buddy? Ooh, okay. We've got a mission in from a lady named Monica. She says that she's looking for a shop that sells the most delicious food. She wants to eat this food. She wants us to find the shop. Well, that makes sense. She's in some kind of rush or something, so we have to be quick. But I guess the chief's mission is pretty urgent too. Chef. I got food on the brain. I'm trying to think. I'm sure I can get Turkish, but not anywhere near where I am. Like, we tend to go more Mexican, Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai, burgers before you get to Turkish. So which one are you going to take? Phantom Shop 1. It's a series of quests. But I'm really happy that the donor shop that is nearer to me upgraded this year. They were far below average before, but now above average. Average is also pretty good. Gotta love a kebab. Actually, yeah, with Turkish stuff, or Lebanese and stuff like that, they tend to, in Australia, they tend to more own the local fish and chip shop. So you can have chicken or chips and stuff, or kebabs or whatever. Oh, jalapeno is awesome. Okay, so homework help is the main quest. In order for my son to get the top score on his homework assignment in his class, I need to go down to the surface and retrieve some coral from Tennesseeus. I've heard rumours of ARC's activity in the area, so be extra careful that the coral doesn't get broken. Wah, wah, wah. Chance meaning we kind of saw the other side of this. We probably saw this from Memori's side. So, we could, if it comes down to this one or this one, maybe Phantom Shop's the way to go. An anomaly has been discovered in the transport system at the Tower of Calum. We don't think it's a real malfunction, but we'd like you to investigate anyway. And then Monica, looking for a certain food. Somewhere there's a famous old shop that sells this yummy treat. I read on the net that the shop staff goes to Via Tubis every week at this time to gather the food ingredients. What? There's no food there. Oh, they're possibly going from one place to whatever. I simply must have it. Please find the staff and buy this food for me. You got it, Monica. You got it. Rules are fine. Deck selection. Oh, we got a side kick in Inless. And we've got Silver with all those lovely apostrophes. Vietnamese is also pretty ubiquitous in Berlin and Brandenburg, but I'm not so much of a fan of Vietnamese food. Too fresh tasting. Too fresh tasting? I thought something tasting fresh would be good. P.S. Do you know about the rumor site called Net5? This week's story was amazing. They say, sorry, I'm getting off topic now. The truth is my mother is very sick. Okay, I'd like to give her a chance to finally eat this food while she still can. I realise it's really a personal request, but I'd really appreciate your help. And that's the first time that little screen has been scrollable. So there you go. We're getting the most plot out of this food side quest. I just want something tasty to eat, that's all. Is this coincidence or intentional, I wonder? Break, how should we deal with these people? You also ate summer rolls, love fresh vegetarian food, but somehow they taste too light and fresh. Oh, okay. Fair enough. If that's your preference, that's fine. Innerlist, already rolling a 1. Good start. So we got a Dreamcast, we got Dodge, we breed it. These are all, let's change our hand. There's no weapons there. Oh, the wrong option. This was a smart man. I'm no fan of light food. Somehow I get the same unpleasant feelings a lot of people get if the food is too rich. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Sit.
It's a creamy spice food. Oh, so you like curries and stuff, I'm guessing. Creamy curries. Sorry, Dreamcast. You gotta go. There's some weapons. Okay. It's funny, like, how much of, there you go. Yes, I love Indian food as well. It's amazing how much of, and I don't think there's any malice behind it. I think it's just cultural inertia. That you say you're gonna have Chinese, but then you mostly you say I'm gonna get Chinese. I'm gonna get a pho. I'm gonna get noodles. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get dim sums. Like none of that is half of that is not Chinese. Half of it's Vietnamese or Thai. So my wife and I were talking about it. She's like she actually really likes Vietnamese stuff, but she loves the pho. Loves the Vietnamese rolls. Oh, the Vietnamese bread rolls are a big favourite in Australia, like lunchtimes. And you get them, you can have satay chicken on them, or roast pork, and chili and coriander. And some places just put 10 tons of butter on it. Oh, it's the best. Probably should have helped Inalus attack the boomer, since she was never going to attack anybody else. Oh well. Oh yeah, Indian food is also very diverse in South Indian food. Kashmiri cuisine. I think you know what I want to say. Oh yes, I know what you want to say. I'm just going to float here. Yeah, they really did just need, and I know it's a online battle limitation as well. I feel like I'm looking at way too much ceiling. There you go, a bit more chest. Oh, exactly, yes. Different regions in China. So lump almost any cuisine as country X is probably a bad idea. I'm sure food you get in the north of Italy, for example, might be, there'd be differences between north and southern Italy based on what I've learned from my in-laws and the stuff. And even in Germany, North cuisine and Bavarian cuisine is so different. There you go, exactly what I was saying. Like we've got in Australia, we refer to things differently depending on what part of Australia you're from, like armies and palmers and pots and pints and schooners, and showing the great Australian culture there. It's all pub related, of course. Yes, absolutely. I've got Silpha 2 loaded up with relatable. Yes. Except if your country is only cost, yes. You see some relations there, Rosie, between, UK pubs. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law just got back from a trip to Ireland, actually, so I'll be seeing them tomorrow. You meant coast. There you go. Well, that makes sense. If your country is only coast, it'll just be all fish all the time. Yeah, they needed to fast forward the enemy thing. I know it's not in there for online play and stuff, but as a hunter, where arcs get way more stuff to do, it's like something fast forward or skip their turn, or let me get to the doing stuff part.
Action.
Who we got left? Let's do the wolf. Inless, I'm trusting you to... Oh no, she's hitting the wolf as well. See, this is where... Is this gonna... This is our first combo pair attack, whatever. Does this mean Silpha just doesn't get to attack? It's one of my bugbears with RPGs in general. Yep. Oh, it does the work. It does the thing. It does the thing where if your teammate, who you don't control in this case, and in some RPGs you do control them, so there's a bit of an excuse there. But it does the thing where the enemy you were going to attack dies without you doing anything. And so they go, well, you just wasted your turn, buddy. You should have figured that out.
Defense.
I'm not ditching any cards at the moment in case, what's his face? Blaze? Bread? What's his name? North German breaded fish Brotchen. Brotchen? With remoulade is so amazing. None of these hits are getting through. Untouchable.
Change. Dice.
Gotta wear them out with just missing over and over again.
Set. Move. Action. Defense.
Like I obviously cannot rely on Inalus to... They had 1 HP left. She cast a spell on the one with 1 HP. Oh my god. The NPCs are done. Oh, we need to get different weapons into Silpha's hands so she can... Okay. I just wish there was a fast forward button. Just like a DOS box X, just put the cycles up so everything goes faster.
Defense.
I was playing Pool of Radiance, on the weekend, just something to do on the, the DOS version. And there's no fixed command in that. You have to heal your party one by one. But also some of the wilderness battles, which is the weakest part of the gold box game, is when you're in the wilderness. and you're fighting 40 orcs. And they start you at this, like, imagine this, you know, camera area is the map. You start here and they start there. And it just takes forever. So you just crank up the cycles in DOSBox and wait it out. Because you have to wait for them all to march across or you to march to them. Pool of Radiance drove you to despair. You can't imagine playing it for fun. Oh, well, I've got the weight of many years of nostalgia for Pool of Radiance on my side, so I can play it anytime. It's a warm, comfy blanket for me to a certain extent. So you've got two of them lined up, and oh, you did a spell. Well done. Well done, Annalise. Great. So I've played it so many times, I know it back to front. So it's hard to even get beaten in that one, but I just play it to play it again, kind of thing. It's the very first RPG I ever beat. I did it on the Commodore 64. I beat it on the Commodore 64 with some notes about the final area that my brother took. So there you go. Yes, level 1 Dungeons and Dragons play. Ooh boy. It's rough going. What I did for this current one, I made 2 straight up magic users and 1 cleric fighter magic user. So I currently have 3, half my party can cast fireballs, and that makes everything go much smoother. I did think it was a good game, but I had 0 D&D experience. I was learning from scratch. I rage quit after scorpions spawned camped me every reload. Oh no. Oh no. You can potentially reload until you don't get that. But yeah, it comes with a clue book. All those games came with a clue book. And the most critical bit of information that the journal and the manual do not tell you, but the clue book, Springbok, the clue book, the main bit of information that the clue book tells you, and it has it for every map, every area. It goes, you can rest without getting attacked once you've beaten this many people. Or in this area, yes, you're getting stronger. Or it says you cannot rest in this area, so you know not to muck about with it. So makes all the difference when you know that you can rest somewhere once you've done 10 battles or once you've done objective X. What's better? Let's do Musashi. Most people's favourite fish, Brockchen, is Bismarck herring. I love every sort of fish, but Bismarck is sour pickled herring. There's one type of fish I can't stand, pickled ones. Now, what can we do first? Let's just hit break a lot. I think is the way to go.
Defense.
Yeah, and being an easily distracted kid, I started playing Curse of the Age of Bonds before I finished Pool of Radiance. So I actually have technically I've never beaten Castor the Age of Bonds, don't tell anybody. Because the final battle just whooped the crap out of me. I think I've taken too long, and I recall the manual saying enemies get harder the longer you take to clear an area. Greatest triumphs in the pyramid was I'm a salmon sashimi person. Oh yeah. Yummo. Yeah, I don't know if encounters get harder the more there are. Don't think there's any sort of time thing in it. What I do remember finding out in like the 2000s or something is that if you jump in and modify every single character to have 18 strength, 18, like make them all max stats, that makes encounters harder. So they go, you can have max stats if you want, but we'll make the game harder if you do that. Which is like, fair enough, okay. Getting hungry. Twitch chat always making me hungry. Oh, that's a low roll. I'm not going to get any defense this turn. He's got a Hilda-Bearer, as we all know from my adventures on the Ark side. The Hilda-Bearer is
Defense.
formidable. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Formidable enemy. Oh yeah, I had that too in Orcs and Elves on the DS. RPG based on the Doom RPG engine. Yes, I know the one. The game is pretty easy, but the last boss is such a spike, and even redoing the game and finding my secrets in hell. Oh, really? That sucks. There's nothing worse when the last boss is just a giant ramp. You'd think that would get, like, by the time of it being a DS game, I think playtesting would be at the point where they go, oh yeah, this is dumb.
Defense.
Oh no, my swords, don't kill my swords.
Change. Dice.
Come on. Got the dice bonus now.
Set. Move. Action.
I'm trying to think of what other games I've played have that big ramped final boss. That's game, Hendrix. I find that if that... I haven't played too many with the final boss is poorly balanced. And then you end up looking up a guide or something. I can't think. Nothing jumps to mind. Oh no, what colour was I up to in my rotation of the colours? Ah, all right, let's do that. Arcs, hunters. Clip. Oh, that's a bloody. I caught part of the Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg run at SGDQ last week. And I'm like, yeah, this game doesn't look good. What is the flight fan? Rifle, mag, defense 7. Sword type, tech okay. Absorbs XP when directly attacking a story character. Kill. Interesting. No luck, huh? And the site definitely said that they would be there. That is such a bummer. And my mother would have been so happy to get one. Well, I'm sorry for taking up your time. Thank you for all your help. The best last boss experience I had in the Futurama game. Didn't have a memory card at hand, so you thought, it's PS2, probably be fine. Played Ratchet and Clank one time without a memory card. The game had a game over that throws you to the title screen, so you have to have a save to continue. Oh, no. And I was at the last boss and got a game over, so played through it again this time with the main character, but didn't get a game over. Yes! You must have fought a pretty intense battle. We're all glad to see you still safe. The chief called for you, so please give him your full report. What? That wasn't a chief mission. Billy Hatcher was immense fun until like the halfway point, then it's just cheap deaths and cracked eggs. Nice work, Takitron. We got another mission from the government, okay? You shouldn't have much of a problem with this one. I'll let Karen fill you in on the details, okay? Yeah, I'm not evil at all. My stock's finally starting to rise. This is great. Everything's going according to my desire. Quest Sighting 2 has been added. And the Quest Repair Work 1 has been added. Quest Monument Watch, I'm guessing, has been added. We've received reports of a suspicious figure near Tenosinis, and the government has sent us a request to investigate. As before, the Arks may be planning to destroy something. Please take due care in your investigations. Oh, right. I may not have mentioned this before. In addition to using cards to carry out official missions, we've also been asked to search for a certain type of material. We've already gathered up all the info we have on this stuff, and we'll report it to the government shortly. The chief will be happy. This is a top secret issue, so make sure it stays that way. Sure. Egghead, need to play Billy Hatcher 2 sometime. Play it for Yuji. Play it for in prison Yuji Naka. I think he's in 2 years prison? Like, unbelievable. Oh, Takatron, there's this dream. I'm always having it. I'm floating in some kind of liquid. And there's a shining section ID or something right in front of me. I try to reach out and take it, but I can't reach far enough. And then right at the end, the stake always plunges into my chest. I always wake up after that, out of breath. I feel like it's a premonition or something, but what do you think? I managed to remember one thing earlier. My sister was working as a bounty hunter, but the night she disappeared, she told me I might get caught up in something extremely dangerous. It's highly likely it was him who took my sister away. Was it really him though? Pretty sure it was. Huh? Him? Oh. I mean Break from the Arcs. If the Arcs appear or if he appears, then please let me know about it. I want you to send me out there to deal with them. Deal with them. This is something I need to confirm with him. I think 3 things is the max. Yuji's going to emerge from prison having crafted the next great 2D platform in his cell, like Tony Stark in that cave. No, he's gonna emerge from prison and go like, while I was in prison, I made 30 new costumes for Balan Wonderworld. What do you mean it's been delisted from all stores? Oh yeah, dude had been too greedy. Yeah, I think somebody sold him out. Like, absolutely don't do insider trading. But yeah, might have been sold out, I think. Because he probably was, you've got to find out from somebody. Hey, Tactron, listen. Hey, listen. You won't believe this. This is terrible. Why is Momori with the Arcs? Man, I haven't had an argument like that in years. What is with her anyway? What? Do I know her? Ha! I would never associate with somebody who ran away from the HTC. That bratty girl. Momori hasn't changed one bit. We were childhood friends. We did everything together. Cried together, played together, ate together. I really liked being with Momori. We both joined the HTC so we could be hunters together. After a little while, Momori left the HTC. She left me behind. I wonder if she still has this pendant. The one that Master Salagan gave her. Well, who cares about that now? Hey, why are you listening? I was talking to myself. How rude. Tifu. Ooh, where did he run off to? I hate this. I hate everything. Hey, Endless. Hey, Commander. Which legendary JP dev was working on a new shoot 'em up? First I thought Yuji Naka, but since he's in prison, it probably wasn't him. I don't know if Yuji Naka has ever done a shoot 'em up. I mean, maybe he has. Deploy me someplace together with Crayons next time. He told me he'd protect me. He said he's stronger than he looks. I want to have him protect me. Help me out here. Okay. You want to hear a little secret? Yes, a secret. I'm good friends with Silpha. We sometimes share clothes, accessories, or other stuff. Oh, anyway, I noticed that Silpha would often put her hand over her heart for no apparent reason. It made me wonder why. Retro, how you going? Welcome in. Retro Interosita, welcome. How you going? She does that a lot when she seems to be thinking hard. I don't know exactly why, but I found out that something's there. I can't tell you though. It's a secret. Yep, a secret. Silpha made me keep it a secret. I just remembered. Why are you telling me about this if it's a secret, Endless? That's not how you keep secrets. So it's a secret. Gosh, there's so many secrets, so much to keep quiet. Anyway, I'm not going to spill any secrets out to anybody. You better forget it. Well, anyway, on to the next mission. Right, don't give her any confidential information. Hello, Commander. Still haven't quite mastered these cards yet. I don't think I'm using them right or something. Hey, you and me both, buddy. Do you have any simple missions on hand right now? Something that'll let me train with these things a little? If you have an escort mission or something, then that'll give me a chance to train a bit. That'd be helpful. If you get anything like that, could you deploy me for the job? It'd be nice if you could set up my equipment beforehand too. I would have to send you out there, Kilria. Thanks, I appreciate it. I wasn't stationed with the hunters before this or anything. I used to do exploration work on a freelance basis, you see. Compared to how it was when I was younger, there aren't as many wild creatures on Rhaegal. And now, there are a lot more freelance explorers than there were before. You see? Anyway, that was what I did. I was really just a student of the profession, though. I learned most of my skills from battle experience, and from this one person who taught me all sorts of things. I didn't get to stay with him for very long, but I learned a lot from that man. You're not going to tell us who it is it? Yep, okay. Japanese prison, though, is absolutely awful. Most countries' prisons are bad because of guards and inmates. But Japanese prisons are just guard fascism. Oh my gosh. Doesn't sound too good. Search event files? No event file. Okay. We've already got all our special cards. I just realized we unlocked new characters and I didn't show you them. We've got Silpha, who was already in there, of course. Franz, who Innerlist wants to be paired up with. But then we've got Kyria. Viviana. What is that pose, Viviana? Oh my god. And Tifu, who doesn't want to fight. So, there you go. We didn't get any side quests from chatting to the crew that time. What about this guy, now that we've done... Oh, it's you. Had a bad job. Nothing in today. Cut you a break. I can imagine them being extremely regimented in Japanese prisons. Yeah, that sounds rough. Everything I know about Japanese prisons I learned from the Yakuza series, so not sure how accurate that would be. Every inch of your life. Oh my gosh. Okay. We've got 3 missions to choose from. Sighting 2. This time received reports the suspicious figure has been spotted in Tennesseeus. Considering the events in Via Tubus last time, later proceeds to scene of his probably those mini games. I think it's Yakuza 5. You like one of the characters is in jail and you just have fights all the time until he finally gets out. And I think in Yakuza 0, you actually play as Kiryu in prison as well. Oh, I can't remember now. And what's Monument Watch? Apparently some suspicious figures have been spotted near the Central Dome Monument. It'd be terrible if something would have happened to the monument. So I'd like you to go stand guard over it. All right, let's go stand. Got Franz with a soul of lead. It's a simple task, but we don't want you to go alone. We've already sent one member, Kranz, on ahead. Kranz. Please work together with him to guard the area. Development Division. Yakuza 4 has a prison segment. There you go. Tiger was his name. Yes, he's a big bald dude, right? Yes, I remember. Speaking of final bosses that you don't want to haven't beaten, we got to the final boss in Yakuza 4 on the PS2, and as always with the Yakuza game, they increase the difficulty. Arx, you showed up as expected. How can you even say such a thing? You've been too conspicuous, Pico. I think the final boss, like the final segment of 4, spoiler alert, I guess, you play as the cop, and his final fight, as you fighting other people, and the main boss has a gun. Yeah. And anytime a gun's involved, it just breaks the gameplay. It breaks the fighting. Like, it's a fighting game, for God's sake. And then you put someone in there with a gun, and so you're fighting 5 other dudes, and then it's just like, bam! And then you're stunned and lose all your heat and everything. So I don't think I beat that boss. Maybe I was in the final boss, but yeah. So I've got all the Yakuza chilling out on my PS4. I will get to them all eventually. Don't bring a gun to a fist fight, you just get beat up by Kiryu. Absolutely. You can block bullets. That's how tough they are. It does make for good fun in Yakuza when someone's had a sword or the taser or the gun and you knock them down, and then you pick it up, and then it's like, whoa, we're fucking on now.
Defense.
Oh, we've become bulletproof, exactly. Enough will, enough fighting spirit.
Change base. Set.
Yeah, let's get a mag on. Might be able to get one attack in.
Defense.
Run crayons, get us crayons. We just did Roosevelt. Well, he didn't avoid. He wasn't bulletproof. He got shot. He just, toughed it out.
Roll. Change.
You say bulletproof, and I imagine the bullets going ting ting, bouncing off. Yes, come right up.
Defense.
Come right up where crayons can attack you. That'd be great. I don't usually get shot, but if so, I finish the damn speech exactly. Just a moment. Drink of water. Let's keep going. Can somebody get a tourniquet on that for me? Great, thanks. Friends, you know who you should be attacking. Attack the story character. Killing the story character is the way to go. Give me sixes.
Set.
Oh, what? We can't move very far.
Action.
What?
Defense.
Oh, Silver, I guess, doesn't move very far. Not far enough for me.
Roll.
Sorry, Dreamcast.
Change.
Oh, attack the story character, Crayons. Why do you not attack the story character? What's her name? Don't even know.
Defense.
Oh, Hildebez is so good. Renu.
Change base.
Oh, come on. Oh, no.
Set.
Not going to get to do anything. Oh, Crayons, what are you doing?
Action. Defense.
Get out of the way.
Roll.
Attack the people with the best grip. How did you get strike through working in chat? Oh, wow, she's got a HP assist card. Or spell?
Change.
You have a website to do. Oh, there you go. It looks a little funny in my OBS window. It's like, what? I didn't expect formatting.
Defense.
Oof. Big oof. Try dodging again. Yes. And now that she's right next to us, guess who we're going to attack? We're not going to be attacking the Hildebeer, we're going to be attacking her.
Change base.
Roll them bones. Let's go.
Set.
I probably would have a 10K plus job if I knew how to cross out words in Twitch chat on a website. Fair enough. No need to move, just act. All we do is act.
Defense.
I'm an old head about websites and computer stuff. I still can't get my head around alt codes. You meant to like press like alt 258 or something. Last time doesn't work for me. Training, this is why you don't come straight up with the hunters, because we're just gonna attack your HP directly. It's an 8 HP round, all told. Dave Dingo, how you going? Welcome in, welcome in.
Change.
While I'm waiting for them to do their thing, let's do some chats. Doesn't work there? Ah, there you go.
Defense.
Yeah, that's the thing with Discord and IRC and everything else. They all, nobody wants to agree on eating a halal snack pack pizza. Oh, yum. I love those. The first time I heard about like a Euros pizza or a HSP pizza, it's like, what? Garlic sauce on the pizza? Get out of here. But yes, it works so well. Krant, you do not die. You do not die and end this battle, fool.
Set.
How much stuff can we equip? We're up to 4 weapons. Allow food chat today. Yes, absolutely. I might have to have a HSP for lunch tomorrow at this rate. I haven't had one in ages.
Defense.
Oh, yes. Oh, don't worry, I've eaten tons. This has been a little while, that's all. Okay, let's go. With the big punch. Oof. Yeah, look at that. Look at that jab. Good form. Good form, Stuffer. I don't see her face. Level up. The card levels don't seem to do much for us. So the excitement of a level up isn't quite there. I remember back in my 20s, like, I don't know if it's just a South Australia thing or if it's Australia-wide, but they used to call HSPs ABs. Not a good name for them. They taste good and all that stuff. It's just, they call them abortions because they look very messy on the plate or on the paper or whatever. Which, you know, it's a terrible name for it for multiple reasons, so apologies for that one. But my friends and I were out on a Saturday night. We ended up, you know, at a blue and white cafe having one of those. And we were playing netball together the next night. It was a casual netball game. And I think my friend got some like garlic sauce or barbecue sauce on her top, and we were arguing about it. She just yelled across the netball court, "I didn't even want to get an abortion." And I just killed myself laughing because we were talking about food, and the other team's like, "What the fuck are these people talking?" So halal snack pack, way better name. first person in Germany to eat food from the new Turkish immigrants. Probably. What is this? Spices, you say? There's spices other than salt and pepper? Yes, that was, I'll always remember that night, that afternoon. Good job. So it really was the Arks, just as we thought. Thanks to you, no significant damage was done. Thank you for your assistance from the Development Division. I miss social sports. You get funny stuff just from, the weird people you encounter. You got new things to say? No. Good. So that was one of the Chief's missions. So I guess we got 2 more to do. When I was in my 20s playing like casual basketball on a Monday night, social basketball, like there was guys in their 40s who took that shit way too seriously. And they were thugs. They were pushing and shoving, and like that was their outlet, I guess. So all my old bones and injuries aside, if I went and played social basketball now, I'd be one of those old 40-year-old guys being like, rah, 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 rah. So yes, we'll give the sports in this. All right, let's do restoration work on the aging Tower of Calum. Let's give that a go. What's the rules? Endu with ultimate number 1. All right. I'm glad we don't have a partner. I'm a team player, don't worry. I get on well with others, but the AI for the partners in this game, oh my God. I watched some famous German cooking plus talk show from the 90s again, and all the food by German guests looks so sad. What? Bratwurst? It was just various sausages. Hey, they're quite smart to lie and wait for us. Well, you attack everything we do, Arks, so it's not even lying in wait for it, it's like going about our days. So Endu, the one we've used the most on the Ark side. 1-on-1 with Silver.
Start.
Do you love veal schnitzel with lemon juice? Super soft mashed potatoes. Oh, yes. There's a restaurant called Schnitthaus
Change. Dice.
that tries to be a bit more aligned with the traditional German stuff, or at least they say they do. They do some awesome, massive schnitzels. Oh no, they also had some beef stroganoff, but they're like really sadly beef stroganoff. Oh no.
Action.
Beef stroganoff doesn't have to look sad. Yeah, because good beef stroganoff is awesome.
Change.
I wonder if id were aware of beef stroganoff when they named the Strog in Quake 2.
Defense.
Oh, look at that. He's going straight for it. Oh, it's Rampage, so he's going to hit whatever. He's not mucking about with drawing cards or deploying
Change.
monsters. He's coming right for it. To be fair, the guests were all celebrities. Oh, okay, so they weren't chefs. It wasn't Iron Chef Germany.
Action.
I love that show. I miss that show.
Defense.
No defense, Endu. You're bold. This is an interesting setup he's got going. I don't think he lost any cards. Oh no, it went back to my hand. Okay. Iron Chef Germany. Yeah, we have brought every episode. Oh, that's the shows I miss in the late 90s, early 2000s. Watching SBS, which is, Special Broadcast Service, I think it stands for.
Defense.
And they would have, actual in Japanese Ninja Warrior, which was so good. I like it so much in its original incarnation over the American and Australian versions. But it's like part of the appeal was the commentators in Japanese saying stuff, and you had no idea what was going on, but they were excited. And then, Iron Chef as well.
Reaction.
But the hosts had over a rap trio, which two of them were vegans, made some falafel, and shit looks way better. There you go. That's a bit of an unfair advantage if you have a rap trio. Does that mean they all get to cook together? All right, Endu, that was not much of a fight, buddy. Stick to summoning monsters. Why is that C+? I barely had to move, and I beat the shit out of him. He triggered my trap card, which Ninja Warrior, because let me tell you about German Ninja Warrior. Please tell me about German Ninja Warrior. I want to know. Squeeze, yep, that's not new. Ooh, exchange. So we got multiple sulfurs there. Opa. Bell attack. Esla. Oh, we've got another Recon Plus. Huge battle fan. Drop. Yeah, none of these are new. Ooh, what's Dice Half? Mary Carroll. Oh, that bloody thing. Curse you, Mary Carroll. Yep. Oh, Opa. I wish I could equip you, but you are way too expensive. Dice Half. I need to know what that does. I need to know what exchange does too. Let's have a look. The Dice Half. Everyone 4 turns. Halves and rounds off the dice roll of all players while this card is on the field. Affects each dice if multiple dice are rolled. Okay. So it's kind of like the opposite of, well, not the opposite, but similar to Dice Frenzy. Assist card, self once. Swap the player's attack points and defense points when this card is set. Only you yourself can set this assist card. We appreciate your hard work. Thanks to you, we can safely continue this project. We'll be sure to call on you again when we need your services in the future. It's all about the development division. You can tell we're working for the government because they've got such exciting names as Development Division and the Monument Protectors. You don't want me to talk to the chief yet? All right. Yep, everybody's done their dialogue. We're on lucky card level 13. Not you. Nothing in today. Okay. Oh, it's a shame that sometimes you can only do one mission and the other ones get closed off to you, and sometimes you have to just truck through all 3. Okay, we're looking at a suspicious figure near Tenor Sinus. Oh, here we go. This is great. We just let me pick Silver. Let me pick the same deck I use all the time. And then we can start loading. So in 2009 and 2010, they took the original Ninja Warrior. So that is just like American, and they dubbed over it by 2 genius German comedy writers who also are inventors of Brot das Brot. Pretty famous puppet comedy for kids but works for adults too. Made a Squidward from SpongeBob, but as a bread puppet. And it's probably one of my fave shows ever. No records, DVDs, YouTube vids. Oh, what? Seen some YouTube downloads from it on a hard drive, but it's bricked. No. I'm glad I came in an escort, which is too bad for you. All right, Rafina. See, Rafina's so cool. So what do we got? We got a rock. We got a couple of rocks in the middle of the. Let's not change our hands. Oh, no. The hard drive's bricked, so, I mean, you could potentially recover them, but yeah, it wouldn't be easy. Basically, Takeshi's Castle, but way funnier. Oh, bloody Takeshi's Castle.
Action.
And she's got a slicer, so she can potentially hit me from a long way away. Sorry, Dreamcast, just get too expensive as a mag. You got to stay in the deck. Well, that reminds me of those, what are they called? Splashdown? Waterworld? Oh, what are they? Wipeout. Which are, you know, kind of like Ninja Warrior, but more softer, padded. You know, you're trying to get around the obstacles. And every version of Wipeout I've seen, UK, Australia, they have comedians as the commentators, and that just makes it so much better. Takeshi's Castle was funnier dubbed, but the original was pretty funny too. Oh, yes, for sure. Grew up on Beat Takeshi stuff. Oh, there you go.
Defense.
One of the things I regularly quote from it is, his hair is blue, time he got a lot. Okay. Not sure what that means.
Chain. Nice.
He's in every channel, yes.
Set.
Oh, taking a trip down memory lane here. This is great.
Action.
Okay.
Defense.
At least Rafina is using monsters against us. What is this music for this level? It's like bloody circus music or something.
Chain.
Ah, calm down. Oh, nothing wrong with the soundtrack. My only issue with the soundtrack is the announcer being like, change, dice, move.
Chain. Nice.
There's not really been many bad tracks in the Phantasy Star series, OST wise. Sega know their music.
Action.
Oh, Sulfur, if only you could move further. It'd be a lot more fun to play.
Defense.
Oh, he's shooting through Rafina. Okay. They've almost blocked themselves off here. So she's actually got her summoned monster behind her, and her summoned monster can't get in front of her. Yeah, if Sega have done anything consistently well, it's the music. Yep, absolutely agree. What? How did you get sunglasses onto Mantis? I didn't even know that was possible. I even contacted RTL, the TV channel it aired on, if they could sell me the show just privately, but their response was basically a computer-generated air, whatever. Oh my God, I never knew. That doesn't work. Hang on. It's on the modify emote redeem. Ah, I've never even done that redeem. Shows what I know about Twitch.
Defense.
It breaks sometimes. There you go. I have little faith in my editing skills, so I've never dared to use it. Oh, look at that! That looks awesome. All right, so after the stream finishes tonight, I'm just going to go and put sunglasses on all the emotes. So next time, it's winter here. What am I doing? Drawing cards. To focus on the game for a second.
Change.
I mean, another thing with the Ninja Warrior vibe, the original vibe,
Defense.
versus the the new vibe. The Australian one at least is always at night, and they've got this. It looks very, it looks like it's in a stadium or whatever, and there's a crowd and they're cheering everything else. Whereas my prominent memories of the Japanese Ninja Warrior ones are it was during the daytime, and they look like they were just in a field somewhere,
Change.
like this rolling circus turned up at somebody's local oval and went, here, climb over this shit. See what happens.
Action. Defense.
And there were crowds, but as far as I remember, they were way back. And being Japanese crowds, I guess they were a bit quieter than your usual drunken Aussie crowd. Oh, there we go. Game's being too easy on us at the moment. We've got to keep our man. Ravana looks like something from Ocarina of Time. New Ninja Warrior is a tournament, and old Sasuke is most people just fucking about. It's a good way to put it. Let's just go to a park somewhere and have a fuck about. On the plus side, at least, the new Ninja Warrior has gotten my kids into Ninja Warrior. So sometimes we're at the park, if there's lots of monkey bars and stuff, they go, let's play Ninja Warrior, and they go do their thing. And I just try and catch them if required. More Sonic Knuckles. Mind Brightness. Okay. Well, we all know what Sonic Knuckles look like, though. Got Sonic on them and everything. That's better. Now I've got an idea. I need German Ninja Warrior audio commands so I can unbreak. That would be awesome. Holy Rain. Prophets of Motavia. Yes, we've got Rafina doing cool cartwheels. Mind Brightness. It's weird. What is Mind Brightness? Everyone, 4 turns, machine AP boost. All machine creatures gain 2 AP while this card is on the field. Okay. Well, guess what we're not ever going to use as a hunter? Not for humanoids. And of course, attack at AC enable. Pierce. Okay, cool. It would appear that the Arcs was trying. I think you mean the Arcs were trying to plant some sort of device in Tennis for unknown reasons. We believe we can extract some clues from the information discovered. Good work. Security Division. Cha. Dib, dib, dib. Dub, dub, dub. Welcome home. Must have fought a pretty intense battle. Save, safe, blah, 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 blah. I have to go straight to the evil chief. Yeah! Nice work, Takatron. Natasha had to compliment me again. We're grabbing so much of the spotlight off that old hag. I think she's starting to realize the time is up around here. It's just a matter of time before I take that old hag's place, okay? Chief, come on. Yeah. I've got a pretty weird mission from the government for you. You shouldn't have any problems with it, Takitron. So try to just whiz through it, okay? Oh, but don't take that to mean you can slack off on the job. Karen has the mission details for you. Called out. You should be called out, Chief, for calling her an old hag. You've got some more members now, too. Go greet them, okay? Oh, more talking. We've got Orland. Guy killed. Relmatos. Good heavens. Oh, wait. Maybe I still have those episodes on an old laptop. maybe those are just MP3 versions. Because I used to listen to them in art class on your iPod. Oh, so they work well as an audio book / play / whatever. Starting with this mission, Orland, Guy Killed, and Relmatos will be deployable as team members. In the central control room, so why don't I have a chat with them? Now, your mission. Huh? Well, this request is something of an enigma. All it says is deploy Silpha. The goal is unknown. The client's name isn't written here. There aren't any further instructions either. What could this be? Well, it's from the government, so I guess we'll just have to do it. How you feeling, Commander? Never let your guard down, and you'll never have any regrets. Keeping your deck well prepared for any situation is the key to winning your next battle. Okay, thanks, buddy. Yeah, they're amazing, mostly because they're writing visuals add context. The script goes regularly so much into tangents that 50% of the visuals don't matter. Oh, it sounds like fun. Hey, Romatos. You. Who are you? You're being rather rude. I'm your commander, girl. I'm officially registered with the Hunters Guild. I've been assigned to this C.A.R.D. lab beginning today. By the way, janitor, you know the important people here? I'm looking for one of them. Huh? What? Why is a janitor like you wandering around in a place like this? This girl is anti-robot. She's a robot racist. Get her out of here. Off the team. Oh, so you're the commander. Nice to meet you. Nothing to say? Are you really the commander? You look kind of, never mind. Red big. That's better. That's way better. My name's Relmatos. I'll be working with you here. I may look a bit young at first glance. Don't worry, I am highly skilled. However, I can't use my skills to their fullest unless I have an equally skilled commander to guide me. Hope you're up to the task. Orland here has been looking after me ever since I was a small child. You're still a small child. We'll be dealing with all of my personal matters here. Why did I join the Hunters Guild? To right the world, of course. I heard that some thoughtless people were attempting an anti-government resistance. If that's the case, somebody has to punish them. Right? Speaking of Orland, my name is Orland. I'll be working here pretty soon. You're working here now. So you are my commander. I am here with Relmatos in order to protect him. I think Relmatos is a girl, my friend. I have two friends, my sword and my will. Not Relmatos. I require nothing else. I'm not very good at talking. I also don't like people bothering me more than necessary. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? What do you think about this? What do you think about this, Orland? Hey, talk to me, buddy. Talk to me, come on. Cran sure is an energetic man. I feel refreshed just by talking to him. He told me he was searching for his father, who disappeared from the surface of Rhaegol, apparently. At the same time, though, he's really angry at his father. He said that his father just ran off and left him all alone. He must be pretty lonely. I feel bad for him. My father, Oh, it's nothing. Well, I used to be partnered with somebody. He was old enough to be a father. When I was alone, he appeared, took care of me, and raised me. He's like my master, my friend, or even my father. All the skills one needs to survive on the battlefield, learn from that man. Yes, my master's name is Blitz. He's a blitzball. Of course, Blitz was just one of his assumed names. He said he went by a few others too. We used to take on missions and complete them together. But one day he just disappeared from my life. Without saying a word, 4 years ago, almost exactly 4 years ago. I'm sorry, I just thought of something. I'll tell you about it after I investigate a little further. Love that trope of, it took me 4 years to figure out that my foster father disappeared, and it took talking to the main character for it to take place. Well, what do you think of my performance? Do I pass? I'm learning a few new tricks. I think my techniques are really improving these days. You can leave the fire to me now. Nah. Whenever I fight with crayons, it's like we're perfectly synchronized. Hey, synchronized. It makes sense. I mean, we were childhood friends. Besides, Crayons is always going on about how he'll protect me. Ooh, he's so reliable. If you ever have any kind of trouble, deploy us together, okay? We won't lose to anybody. You know what? I really don't like fighting too much. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody actually likes fighting. But if you ask me why I joined the Hunters, then I'd say because... Hee. Ooh, I just can't say it. I'd really like to let you know too. I'll tell you later, okay? Unless you are bad with secrets. Zing. Oh, why can't you talk, Garfield? Is there going to be 3 separate dialogues this? Right. Something's up there. Let's have a look at their full portraits, and then we'll get on with the mission. Because there's no side mission. Oh, we've still got a few slots open. So we got Romatos. Oh no, Romatos is a boy. Okay, whatever. Fair enough. Oh, he looks cool. HP -5. God, you need to keep him out of the line of battle. I remember there being a bit of confusion on the arc side when we encountered Romatos, wasn't there? It's the haircut. My client this time is a guy named Hal. He wants to fight against some guy who posted on Net 5 or something. He's got to find out how good the guy is first, so he wants you to fight the guy for him and report back. The quest challenge has been added. Our client is an old guy named Wando. He's looking for some kind of amazing engineer. I think I heard about someone like that before. But you think he's really around somewhere? Well, either way, try looking for him. Oh, we've got multiple side quests here. All the information is already in the database. This is yours. Think about it. Blah, blah, blah. I just got a wireless Wii sensor bar. Oh, nice. The wire on the Wii sensor bar is insanely long, which is a good thing, but it can get tangled so easy. So now I can play my legally obtained Wii games on my PC via Dolphin. Oh, there you go. With the Wii, I have not played a game that requires a sensor bar in a long time. It's all just been stuff that just needs controls. Which is like the motion controls were good, and I love Wii Sports. But yeah, long term, still just like playing with the controller. I've heard that there's a woman named Silver among the Hunters. I'd very much like to meet her. Please come see me. Come alone. Okay, so I think we'll do Called Out just so we don't miss out. These hopefully should stick around. I saw the post about seeking the strongest on Net 5. Very interested in the challenge. But first I want to know a bit about the challenger. So, I want you to try fighting him first. Wire isn't the problem, the plug is the problem, only works on the Wii. Ah, got it. And also, I read on Net 5 somewhere that somewhere out there on Rhaegal there's a gentleman of great skill. Yes, I've been looking for him. An engineer of legend who is said to be able to fix up anything. I'd like you to use your know-how to find him and take this old me to him. This old me to him? What? And also found my old laptop. Wish me luck. The NW episodes are on there. Oh, yes. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let me just do something quickly. Get this file explorer over here. Where does Dolphin put its saves? Give me a second. Oh, can't remember. This laptop is now 13 years old. It's doing a good job then. Hang on a sec. Just want to check something. Options. Configuration. Pass. Okay, that's the game folder. D documents. Okay. Sorry. I just want to try backing up my save, my memory card. Now. Yes, there we go. I'm just going to try backing something up. So just give me a sec. Oh, it's hard to do with just a mouse. Copy. Here, paste. Okay. Go. The very first one I got when I also got internet for the first time. Good luck. By the time my laptops are 5 years old, they basically catch on fire. As soon as you look at them, oh, tell me about it. I just need the hard drive and we'll plug into my current PC. Let's try Magic Hands 1. And then if it doesn't work, not if it doesn't work, but if we miss out on that other quest, then we'll go back. You still have a SATA adapter. Ooh, good question. Surely you've saved every chord you've ever had. Oh, we got a team. We're going to team up with Tifu, the robot who doesn't want to fight. Oh, I read on Net5 that I can get some sort of 20% discount, only to those who ask. Is this any true? Okay. Interesting. Can't seem to get any different notes out of that loading screen. My adapter is one I stole from a bricked external HT. Ah, okay. There's no legendary entity here. Gee, the arcs are here. I'll race you like a pig thrown into a fire. You'll be crushed in a flash. Oh, Tifu. Okay, have we got any weapons? Yes, I would like to change hands.
Snort.
You probably haven't, but where? You see that green bin behind me with the GameCube in front of it? That's where all my chords are. Not the best filing system. I really need to clean up those shelves. They look good. Professional streamer here with a professional backdrop behind him. It's an adapter, not a cord. Yeah, but the adapters and stuff and the cords, they all go in together. Wizard Eyes, how you going? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Now, Dreamcast. I will never equip you again. What is that card they've got at the back? Arlen. That must be some ultimate style caves or no dark.
Defense.
Okay, what are we doing? Let's guard. right, Tifu.
Set.
What? Okay. We're attacking. That's what's happening. No moving, just attacking.
Defense.
Let's get those bonus dice going. Come on, Tifu. That's a multi-hit. Oh, dude. You didn't want to go. You didn't want to fight. Look at you. Oh, he wasted my attack. God damn. Okay. No, that's not a bad set of cuts. All right. Calm down, game. It's okay. We're taking our turn. We do a quick shout out for Wizzy as well. Okay. DJ Max Respect V. You get max respect for playing DJ Max. I'm too old and slow for that sort of stuff.
Defense.
This music sounds sufficiently ominous at the moment. Ooh, let's see what this thing can do. Oh, it does paralysis. Oh, that's a good start. Oh, they got so many monsters on the field. Time's got to be the real issue here. Time's going to be the real issue. What are you doing? TV, what are you doing?
Defense.
Nice. At least he's taking out the canine. Canine? There you go. We got a turn. We did something.
Change.
What we need to do is get over the other side and start hitting the story characters. We are locked in this back row at the moment. Look at their little feet. They're pointy.
Defense.
Look, Tifu, you're on the card. It's you, buddy. You can do it. Ooh, no, you can't. You're not going to paralyze me. Get out of here.
Change. Nice.
All right, we've got to get moving. That time limit's actually a bit of a killer.
Set. Move.
Oh, Tifu! Dude!
Action.
I can't believe he just blocked us off. I can't believe he just did that. And I can't believe he just did that too. There are giant monsters behind you, and you attack the fucking poison lily that I was going to take care of. I'm just imagining him doing this. I can't believe you did that, TV. I can't believe you did it. Oh, now we have to get past this mosquito. We have a time limit, dude. We have a time limit on this mission.
Defense.
forks for hands. Big tuning forks.
Change. Dice. Set. Move.
Oh, look at that. We can. Oh my gosh. Look how far we can go.
Defense.
Oh, there you go, Tifu. That's it. Attack the story character. You figured it out. You unlocked the secret. The windmill plus star gives silver. I keep wanting to say Sifa, like Final Fantasy VIII, because of how her name's spelled.
Change.
But her name's not Sifa, it's Silfa. Yes, the AI is not very clever in this game, and the main thing the AI needs to know as a hunter is that you go straight for the opposition.
Defense.
The monsters are there to slow you down.
Change. Dice.
Oh, 2 and 2.
Set.
Rugged. Can I move? No, I cannot. Tifa, you better like turn around and just attack the story character, please. No, he's facing that way.
Defense.
Come on, Tifu. Oh, dude, you could attack both story characters. Oh my god. Oh, okay. You're doing it in a slightly different way. All right, I'll give you that, Tifu, this time.
Draw.
See why Viviana beats you up so much.
Change.
You're a fool. Is that one Yoti or Yotai? Ah, the guy with the bow tie. It's definitely Thai then.
Defense.
You did find a GBA wireless adapter. I've got one of those. Never used it. That came with one of the Pokemon games, I'm guessing. You never know. You could sell it on eBay. You never know. Somebody might be trying to buy it. All right. We are surrounded.
Change. Dice.
635 hours. Good God.
Set.
So I use it for Pokemon. Ruby is my fave, and Leaf Green is the longest I played a game. 635 hours. God. I've got Fire Red around here somewhere I could check. I just nowhere near 635 hours.
Move.
Can't move.
Action.
Oh, can we? We could have moved after that? Okay, great. Let's get rid of the claw. Get rid of the rappy.
Defense.
Is it here? You're an ADHD ridden kid. Sounds like you need more concentration than ADHD there. That's Super Mario Advance. Oh. We have multiple DSs in the house. This is my wife's. Lime green DS. Fire Red is probably in my bedroom. Hyper focus. Yeah.
Draw.
Okay, come on. We've got to get onto attacking the story characters. We've got to attack them. Ifu, we've got 2 minutes to go, buddy. Oh my god. Putting shit in our way. Oh, where was that card earlier? Ifu.
Defense.
I was gonna ask Nickabani who'd you pick as your starter, but after 635 hours, you probably had the entire Pokedex. Honestly, for the time I put in, I didn't get a full living dex level 100, just mostly muck about, and that's okay. That's fine.
Change. Nice.
I've never completed a Pokédex, ever, ever, ever. I just like playing with the main plot. You know, go through the plot. That's about it, really. Once I've beaten Victory Road, I'd say I've beaten the game. I don't play Pokemon games for the collecting. Torchic is my starter. My beloved Blaze. Oh, Torchic is an awesome starter. Absolutely. I've got a Blaziken and Pokemon Go that goes pretty well. Goes really well, actually. Oh, she's only got 3 HP to go. Come on, team. Blaziken just steamrolls the Elite Four and Ruby. There you go. I'll always have undying loyalty to Alakazam because my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Yellow. Because I like Pikachu, okay? And Alakazam steamrolls. Any psychic steamrolls the Elite Four in Pokemon Blue, Red, or Yellow. Me and a friend brought our Game Boys to high school so we could trade, so I could evolve my Alakazam to Alakazam. How old was I when I got my first? I think 16? I think 16. 1998? So it would have been 15 or 16? I think that's when Pokemon Yellow came out. Don't quote me on that. To be honest, I mostly watched the cartoon. Pokemon Yellow.
Change. Nice.
Just give me a Wikipedia article. Ah. I should probably finish the battle.
Send. Move.
Don't move, just act.
Defense.
Oh, there you go. Pokemon Yellow was other regions 1999 and 2000. So not 100% sure about Australia, but that would have been... Yeah, so that would have been 16. Anyway, back to the game. Oh, I didn't tell people 7th, 10th grades I played Pokemon, but still played it religiously. Gen 2, 4, I played almost every game for at least 200 hours. Minus the other edition, but I played the 3rd edition also for 200 hours plus. There you go. Dice Obey and Slow Death. All right, so we'll see after that surprisingly stressful battle if I can still do that Silpher specific mission. Last Survivor looks like a knife. Know about Hildator, Defense 7. Ooh, Del Rappy. What is that thing? I've never seen a Del Rappy in my life. Guardiana, Psycho one. Much of Paku Paku. All right. Forgive me a moment while I... Wait. Oh, I can't look at it. No, I can't look at it because it's an Arx card. God. I want to look at that Del Rappy. I got out of Pokemon with 5th grade, got back in with 6th, out with 7th, in with 9th again. Jen, not great. See, so, but gosh, he ain't there after all. If I come by with something more, I'll ask you again. I wonder, will this old battle last that long? From Wando. All right, we're saving. Let's see what we got in the missions. Yeah, so I was too off Pokemon when I started watching Pokemon. No. Honestly, I'd watch Pokemon, I'd watch Dragon Ball Z, and then I'd come to school, and I thought Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z whipped ass. Okay, let's see if we can still do Silpha's mission. It's the same NPCs, so I think we might be okay. Fifth and 7th gen probably were too talkative for me at the time with your radio. Oh, fair enough too. Lots and lots of text, hard to focus on, sure. Okay, so we didn't lose the chance to do Silpha's mission after that one. Thank you for popping up right in front of my dolphin windows. Let's try a challenge. Yeah, so I had yellow, then silver, beat them both, and then I think I missed a gen. I definitely had Pokemon black or white, whichever one of those, and I haven't finished it. Ah, so KC is the person we're challenging. I've got a DSi XL in the other room, which has an unfinished Pokemon White save on it. And for the starter of that one, I had Pignite. This is like giant wrestling pig. Okay, I'm on board. Art thou wishing for the title, the strongest one? Ah, that's you, Casey. Okay. Gold was my first, but it was stolen. Oh no, Rubio kept my own like a hawk. Yeah, well, after that, of course. What have we got? We got guard cards. We've got the Musashi, so let's not change our hand. Gotta figure out how these teleporters go. Move.
Action.
Don't know if we need all these cards. Let's get some, hopefully. There you go. More weapons in.
Change dice.
Oh, don't even need to use the teleporters. I can just go right up the guts.
Set.
Love daggers. Give me those. We'll equip you next time, Wok. We'll keep moving.
Action.
There we go. Come attack me now, Rappy.
Change.
He's not using that giant rifle against us yet. Oh, he's gone the block. Good choice. Good choice. Not enough defense to use the guard card. That's all right.
Change dice. Set.
Oh, the rolls. They're real rough.
Move. Action. Defense.
Now, I'm using the Musashi first because the dagger's going to hit twice. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's get rid of patience. He's not going to cast any spells as a ranger.
Change.
Our beloved dream cards. Should we waste a turn on equipping it if we get a 6? I don't know. Oh, are we stuck? Am I trapped here? Unless I can roll really high. No, I am honestly trapped here. If he can keep doing that every turn, I'm completely stun locked here. Because you cannot attack then move. You can only move then attack. Oh, my Musashis, no. And you're back. Welcome back, Nickelback.
Change dice.
Oh, come on, give me higher rolls, please. Let's rock the walk.
Action. Defense.
Oh, there's the guard card. Come on. Cut through it. No. We're stuck here for another turn. All right, just while he has his turn.
Change. Defense.
Oh. That took longer than expected. Got a phone call from someone who found my grandpa's smartphone. Called with his phone, so it's legit. So your grandpa doesn't lock his phone. I've had that from my mum's phone. It's good that they called. Or you're an emergency contact.
Change dice. Set.
I was going to go see how long I'd played Pokemon Fire Red for, but I cannot for the life of me find my bright red Mario
Action.
branded DS. So I found my DSi.
Defense.
And I found out that I had Pokemon Platinum. I think I finished that one. But see, he doesn't like his phone. Yeah, my mum just does the swipe one, so it's not very secure. You also found your DSi with a SATA adapter. There you go. Just wanted to compare save files.
Defense.
I think Pokemon White should be in here. It is. There you go. Can I move this turn? Oh my god.
Set.
I cannot move. Oh my god, this is going to take forever.
Defense.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. A mighty... Oh, is the camera going to pick that up? A mighty 28 hours in Pokemon White.
Change. Defense.
2009. Oh my god. Yep, we are stuck here forever. I think we are stuck here forever.
Change
Got
place.
an adapter from another brick hard drive, but it has an overhanging circuit board, so it's too thick. Alright, I need to think of something else we can do.
Set.
Stupid dummy thick circuit board. We may need to just quit this fight because we're fucking stuck here. And he's got owl rappies, so they go back in his deck when we kill him. Exactly. Oh, we're even missing. What? So very nice to meet you. What? Welcome to the world of Pokemon. What? What? No, no, no. Oh, no. Well, I don't have a Pokemon Platinum save. No info needed. Oh my god, okay. Saves are gone? Or maybe they're on a different DS? Trying to focus.
Change.
You have me specifically saying that. Oh, that's no good.
Defense.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. Look here. All right, we may have to quit this battle. No. Oh no, we can just quit the game. Okay. Yeah, we're just stuck there forever. My Solid Snake voice has not improved. But I try. And trying is what's important, right? Now I'm going to be wondering all night where my bloody red DS is. And also why my Pokemon Platinum thinks I haven't played it. Oh no. I think I definitely beat it. Maybe it does a save to your local storage on the DS maybe? But I thought it'd be on the card. Anyway, we're talking about a completely different game than the one we're playing. Ignore that. I'm glad my mum only knows German, so she couldn't understand. Oh my god. Mums only walk in at the most embarrassing parts, of course. What are you watching? Nothing. Just watching a grown man on the other side of the planet talk about ass cheeks. At his Pokemon save games. I also have this awesome Luigi DS holder. Something just fell out. Ooh, I've got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as well. There you go. If I podcast on speaker and there's English for that reason. Fair enough. Best to be safe. Okay. Should we try that mission again or should we do the silver one? Let's do it. Let's try and beat KC. Just don't get trapped with the teleporters. Teleporters are a trap. There you go. Harvest Moon fell out. That's a good Harvest Moon installment. Harvest Moon DS. There you go. I have Citra work. The teleporters for trap. I do have Citra working. I've tested it out briefly with the Phantasy Star Zero. So it looks like it'll work. Doesn't look like there's too much touchpad stuff happening. You have aliens infestation? No. Let's move the mic. There we go. No, I don't want to change my hair.
Start.
What I do have, so here, is it somewhere else?
Change. Nice.
It is not in this container. Oh, I've got Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Didn't finish that either. Aliens Infestations by WayForward and a Metroidvania in the Alien universe. With the best alien. Is that on DS? That sounds awesome. Now, there are multiple ways he can cut us off. So
Action. Draw.
it's more of a case of just make sure you can get through the teleporter
Change.
and also move a bit further afterwards. Unless my turn ends on the teleporter. Shuffle Dungeon is also a giant recommendation. Probably still only $10. Don't quote you on it.
Defense.
Yeah, I kind of play a lot of stuff on my phone. I was chatting to Hysteric Moon about that last week.
Change. Nice.
But yeah, it's just a good feeling having the actual little handheld controller in your hand rather than a phone with a touch screen. You know, I grew up with controllers. I want buttons. Okay, so if I move here,
Action.
wish me luck. Oh, there's space on my right, so he can't trap me here. You can get it on eBay for €6. There you go. Shuffle Dungeon. Okay, cool. So, Nicobati, this is all predicated on me having spare time to play games. Maybe you'll get another copy. Yeah, have a spare. Why not? Away Shuffle Dungeon. Ah, okay. I thought maybe you typoed anyway. Sorry.
Defense.
Is that like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Is it that kind of genre of a randomly generated dungeon? No. Okay. So what does the shuffle part of the name refer to?
Change. Nice. Set.
It's quite unique. All right, we are free from the teleporter's tyranny.
Defense.
So quick squeeze. Here we go, double strike. He's only got 6 HP left already. Oh, cool. That does look cool.
Change.
It's an action RPG where you're on one screen, go to the other one whenever it shuffles, which would kill you. The screens rotate, dungeons to top down boss. Oh, so it's really DS, really using the console to its best. That I can see how you'd say that would be unique.
Change. Nice.
hit. Yep, just hit him over and over again. Let's finish this battle. Look how quickly we could do it if we don't get ourselves stuck by not figuring out how the map works. Oh, come on. Don't care about the dice roll. Just go, go, go. I'm finishing so many battles with the Knuckles gloves, which are humongous. This is great. She's gone back to the Panther Claws. B rank. There you go. It also has such a lovely flow. It can get pretty hard. But for the most part, it's like ease in that respect, where you breeze through because it's so fun. Oh, there you go. I'm watching Rat Pound Car, I reckon. Ease looks fun. Definitely looks fun. Where are we up to in our rank? We're up to red again, I think. Switching the colours around. That was the Santa Claus rappy. We've got to switch over to the Arc side and look at these cards. We've got to have a look. Oh my God. Oscar. Oh yes, those are good. Morning Glory. Oh. Need a little time to wake up, I think. Look at those. Wolverine's claws. What that has to do with the morning or glory, I don't know. Virava, Tornado, HP defense. Okay. That KC sure has some strong cards. This isn't good. I'd better step back and reconsider about this. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. I'm not scared or anything, mind you. It's just, oh, you know how it is. How? All right. I think we've done our side quest, and now it's time to get back on the main flow. If you hold down the A button, it does not make the note go longer. All right, backed up my saves, didn't need to, it looks like, which is fine. I'm not scared of anything, but I can't. A Sundari game. Sundari? I don't know. All right, let's do this weird mission. Deck loop is unactivated. What does that mean? You can only send silver on this quest. Luckily, we've been using silver for everything. Oh, I feel bad about how much I struggled early on with the arc side of things. Well, I wasn't really engaging with the mechanics. We're tearing through on this side, which is good because I'm up to like part 9 of the VODs on YouTube. So, you know, you have come. It's a weird thing to say, Break. Weird thing to say. What do we got? We got daggers. Oh yes, this is a fine hand. This hand will work. There's also Yandere, Udere, Kamidere. So Yandere, Udere, Kamidere. My accent is all over the place. And many more I need to consult my, I shit you not, otaku encyclopedia I got when I was 15. Do not, I repeat, do not put the otaku encyclopedia on your bookshelf and have a date over to your place. Won't work. Look at that, 5s. Take that. shall start moving. All right.
action,
Can't do anything yet, but it's all set up. I let my date the otaku. Oh, there you go. I let my date the otaku encyclopedia in the past, but still best of friends. Oh, that's a cute story. There you go. Never mind. I'll take back my trash talk about otaku. You got into anime because of her. Oh, there you go. Well, then you would have known already that she would have been a fan of the otaku encyclopedia.
change, nice,
Better than the Hikikomori encyclopedia, I think is the right word.
action, defense,
Yeah. My wife, you know, she's cool with me liking video games and stuff. She says she likes the, you know, likes the geeks. So I was very lucky in that regard.
change,
Never tried to get her to watch anime though.
change, nice, set,
I would call any partner not liking me play games a huge bug. You would, you otaku.
defense,
Just try and get her to watch Haruhi or something. That's a pretty good one to suck people in with. I mean, start people off with. Despite the just in broadcast order, of course.
change,
Plus, it's relatively low on fan service, so you shouldn't have too many embarrassing moments. What was your first anime that you knew was anime? Well, probably Akira or Ninja Scroll. One of those two. Like you know, I'm old enough that when I was a kid,
nice,
you know, the weekly trip to the video store to rent things, rent VHS tapes was still,
set,
you know, still part of how the world works. Yours was K-On! Oh my gosh. But I knew I liked that sort of stuff. Like the first time I saw it, you know, Ninja Scroll and Akira and stuff like that. So in 2013, oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been watching anime way longer than you.
change,
One of my best friends loves My Neighbor Totoro, for example, so couldn't avoid it. I remember watching Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind, and not knowing what was going on. Obviously watched Digimon and Pokemon in the past. Oh, well that counts. They're anime. I would count that for sure. Yeah, but by the time Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z came along in Australia, I knew exactly what anime was and all the rest. So I remember watching Yu Yu Hakusho. That was cool. Oh my god, all my weapons are gone. Got to think of what to do here. Because the Hilda Bear can hit me from there as well.
set,
So we're going to quit the walk, so we've got at least 2 attacks. Obviously, Ghibli movies, watched Howl's Moving Castle in the theatre. I remember watching Porco Rosso on TV randomly one day. And went, this looks awesome. So let's walk the Rappy and whack the break.
defense,
Oh, he's got defensive cards everywhere. I remember watching Macross. It was on TV as in its Robotech form, and I still think the mecha design in Macross / Robotech is the coolest shit in the history of time. Transforming plane jet robots.
Defense.
Spirited Away was regular on German kids. Oh, there you go. So in the 90s, in like mid-90s? Oh, yes. Yeah, fucking Robotech. What, Harmony Gold? What do they call it? What do they call it in Super Robot Wars? They call them the Forbidden Mechas or something. And it's like because Harmony Gold owns them or some shit. I can't remember. You get the idea. It's all rights and everything else all tied up. Yeah, in the mid-90s, the concept of cable TV came to Australia. Like, so it was all just over the air for that. 5 channels was what you had. Yeah. And then Rupert Murdoch and Fox brought Foxtel to Australia, which was cable TV. And that brought Cartoon Network and stuff. So I watched a lot of anime through that. And my parents got it. They renewed the license the last years even, so still no Macross. Oh my God. Bastards. See, the copyrights and patents and stuff, it just allows, the way it is enforced in America, it just allows companies to hang on to stuff forever, which is the opposite of what it should be. It should be to protect your active copyrights. But instead, we're going to hold on to these dormant copyrights forever. Nobody else can have them, even though we're not going to do shit with them. That's why piracy is good. All right, break. We got past your creepy one-on-one. All right. Well, I'm for abolishing copyright anyway. More of a fan for the right for you to be the only one being able to earn money through it. Yeah, absolutely. Skip turn. Oh, cool. Yeah, so like, if somebody does want to rip off your copyright and try and make money off it, slap down, all good, you know. But if somebody wants to do like fan fiction and shit of or draw your characters and post them on Twitter and DeviantArt, who cares? What's the harm of that? Well, depending on what the fan fiction is, of course. Now, that is a new card for us. We've never had the protection card before. We've seen it so many times. You go, oh, you can't use it on yourself. There you go. We've seen it so many times, but we've never actually had one. Or to be honest, even making your shit available for free if they don't profit off it. Exactly. All right, so revenge is the defense action. Destroys the opponent with a 50% chance that your character is destroyed while using this card. Okay. No effect against story characters. Okay, so that card is useless to us. On the 5th turn after saying this card, characters with this card are preventing from performing any action for 1 turn. There must be some reason for those cards. I can't think of one, of a strategy to use them though. I see. It's time for you to explain what you said last time about Sophia. How do you know about my sister? My missing sister. So it's true. I'd heard rumors, but you've lost your memory, haven't you? I remember just fine. It was you. You took my sister with you. She never came back. Where did you take her? So you really don't remember? Where did she go? Hard to believe you'd be the one asking me that. Huh? Nani? I don't have any idea where she went. That's what I'm trying to find out. So you did take her away. Where did you take Sophia? Where is my sister? She was the only one who knew of that place. I was hoping you knew, but your memory. Allow me to answer your original question. How do I know your sister? You, Sophia, and I, we work together as a team. What? What? It seems that your memory is quite jumbled. I wonder how much you do remember. We were a team? You can't possibly expect me to believe such nonsense. I've been worried about you ever since. I had to. You were... Ooh, we got some static. Some sepia tones that day. I had to plunge it directly into your heart. What happened to a clothes? They made of ceramic or something. Deep stuff. And the copyright law history is so Disney fucked. Yeah, exactly. It's essentially, oh, copyright for Mickey Mouse is running out. Whoa, gone up to time. It was 20 years originally, still not a fan, but far more sensible than over 70 years. Yep. And it's those same copyright laws that they were using against archive.org. And it's like, fuck off, just fuck off, man. I've never been so insulted in my life. That weird mission we got came from the ARCs. They hacked our computers. I could have told you that, man. It was pretty obvious. I knew something was up with that mission, okay? I knew it from the start. They really made me mad. Who do they think I am anyway? You're a pointy-headed dude. If this ever happens again, you're fired, okay? Fired! Got that, Takatron? Why would I be fired? Oh, my head hurts. I must have overdone myself while celebrating yesterday. Ahoy! We've got some excellent food and drink from our home planet Coral. I guess the Coral government realizes I'll be boss here soon, so they must be trying to curry my favor now. By the way, I got a request from a friend of mine in development. They're kind of short on people, so they want you to help them out a bit. Try not to ruin my reputation, okay? I need to rest. The quest Called Again has been added. The quest Tower Check has been added. The quest Development 1 has been added. God, we're getting so many quests. Good afternoon, Tagatron. I'll brief you on your mission. This job comes from the Development Division. They're debating possible locations for future development on Rhaegol now. But the ARCs are becoming a major nuisance for them these days, so I'd like you to help out with their expeditions. We'll be counting on you out there. Principal Dol Greason has direct command over the Development Division, and it seems like they're internally overworked and understaffed. Tell me about it. Rumour has it, though, that they're so stuffed with bureaucracy that nothing ever actually gets done over there. I wonder which story is true. I was shitting bricks when Dolphin was announced for Steam. I was thinking, oh, please don't fly too close to the sun. They've managed to get away with it for so long. Okay, that's stuff you've said before. We'll do one more hunter mission. Maybe two more. And then we'll do a boss attempt or two. Oh, man. You wouldn't believe what happened to me the other day. That woman, what's her name? Oh, yeah, Kilria. She practically saved my life. Oh, but I mean, I was still okay, though, really. I mean, I probably would have gotten through by myself in the end. I may not look it, but people tell me I'm pretty good in a pinch. Anyway, now it's my turn to save Kilria for something. Have you deployed Kilria anywhere yet? No. If you ever do, deploy me too. Also no. I'm ready to go anytime. Remember the guys I fought before? They said that they were a trio, which is funny because I only saw two people at the time. Huh? Oh, I'm talking about my other mission. You know, my pops. I tried doing a little investigating, but there's still a lot of things I just don't get. I'll try to poke around some more when I have a chance. As it turns out, I have an older sister too. Supposedly, anyway. My mother and pops got a divorce, you see, and my sister went with my mother. This all happened back when I was still little. I guess they've lived a pretty sad life, huh? Okay. And Dolphin is such a great emulator. A 6th gen emu that doesn't need that good hardware. The power of people won't emulate Smash Brothers. And technically even 7th gen with Wii. Yes, absolutely. I've got no complaints about Dolphin. It's sweet as. Playing on Dolphin right now. Don't tell anybody. Oh dear, the pain. Oh, it's you, Tachytron. Is Lady Viviana working diligently under your command? You wondering about this? Oh, I didn't sustain this injury in battle. Please, just thinking about fighting makes me so anxious. You must understand, I am of a certain age after all. Her attacks have become so much stronger recently as well. Yes, she apparently met her old friend Namaru while on a mission, and as a result she's been terribly livid these past few days. The two were carrying on a dispute over something or other. Well, I let the lady take out her frustrations on me. Yes, punched, kicked, hung, thrown. I thought I could take more of it before, but perhaps time has finally done its work on this whole body. Lady Viviana's hot temper is something of a character flaw, but I'm sure she's suffering from many problems of her own. It must be very difficult for her. Yeah, I would also want to stream GC games, but real hardware would be such a hassle. Exactly. I could potentially do real hardware, but I would have to find multiple cords. Listen, you. What's really going on here? That fat chief of ours isn't being much help. He made some janitor the commander of my team after all. This lab is supposedly home to the most advanced research in all of Pioneer 2, but to be honest, I'm getting worried. Well, it's fine to have an environment of friendliness and such. What is going on? But I think the lack of tension around here is a big problem. I think we need to push a little harder when we're out fighting. What do you think, janitor? God, you're a real little piece of work, aren't you? I guess that's about what I could expect from kids these days, huh? What is that? Oh, it's that light pole. Okay. Real hardware is pretty well supported, but the costs rack up quickly. Exactly. All right, I just remembered. So I've got a component cable for my Wii, which I think would work on the GameCube. I think they're the same port, got the same type of cord, but I don't know where my power cable is for the GameCube, for example. Of course, I have to get an Elgato or something. Ah, yes. But I've got a component to HDMI converter that I use for the PS3 capture. But speaking of cost, I had to buy more cords. So yes, there's a little girl here named Viviana, right? I want you to tell her something. Tell her to stop treating me like an idiot just because I'm small. I may be small, but my core is strong and tough as a rock. I've built up years of fighting experience. You tell her that. You tell her yourself if you're tough as a rock. When did you learn how to use a sword? Well, in that case, you don't even know the basics. Up yours, Orland. If everybody on the hunter side is a jerk. Except maybe the old man Tifu. I have still recording equipment from when I was 14-year-old Let's Play days. That won't work for live streams. Oh, that's a shame. Link the Let's Plays, Nikabani. Let's see the Let's Plays. Where are they? YouTube? Dailymotion? Somewhere? It depends on what you're doing. If something doesn't output HDMI natively, you'd probably need to upscale it like a RetroTink and then specialist cables for it. I'm running out of ways to speak. I can help you with that anytime you'd like. If a person wants to be the master of his destiny, then it would only be proper of me to lead him on his way. Of course, you will need to be prepared for it. There used to be a great deal of heroes. Zoke Miyama, the Great Sword, was one of them. He was the founder of the famed Miyama style of sword fighting. After training with his father, he became a master all his own. He wandered all across Coral, leaving legends everywhere he went. He died under mysterious circumstances while on board Pioneer 2. There's no doubt about it, he was a hero. That's why I studied the Miyama style. I wanted to be a hero like him. Is that it? Is that all you got to say? If you run into a strong adversary, please lead me to him. I will take my sword and place him back on the correct path. Everybody's posturing in the side. I have the Let's Plays on my hard drive. If I get 500 followers on my stream account, I'll watch them on stream and dive cringe. 500 would never happen. Nikabani, have you been streaming? Am I not following you? What's going on? What have I done? There you go. I'm bored. Parents won't hang out with me anymore. He just doesn't give me that full attention he used to. Ah, that's right. That's right. I should remember that from Discord. My stream account is Fat Fragger. Ah, of course. I apologize so much, Nikabani, for not shouting you out in the past. There you go. What's the we'll do the Twitch one. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to also follow your Fat Fragger account. All right. Anyway, I don't like that. People like him don't understand how a young woman's heart works. Know what I mean? No, I'm a robot. I fix my eyes on crayons and he doesn't even look back at me. Does he even bother looking at me anymore? Ooh, he drives me nuts. Hey, Commander, do you read Net 5? You know, the rumour site. You don't? Well, you ought to. It's got all sorts of neat information. Sometimes you can find out some really amazing stuff. Just the other day, someone was writing about a legendary engineer who can fix anything. He's supposedly living somewhere on Rhaegal. Yeah, we've heard about this. Fix anything, huh? I wish you could fix Kranz's attitude problem. More like fix your broken heart, in Elise. I recently started streaming again, mostly German, but if someone talks in English in chat, I won't sub them out. Oh, that's cool. Ellie visited also. Is Silver alright? I heard she collapsed in battle earlier. I follow a few Japanese streamers and I don't expect them to speak English. I just watch them do awesome speedruns. So, you know, speak your language. What happened to her? Do you know, Commander? Well, I know that she was severely injured in the past and she doesn't have all her memories. Do you think the injury flared up? I'm a bit worried. Injuries do that. Oh, there's going to be a love triangle. Yeah, I'm not surprised you don't have anything for me when I've got 3 jobs on the go. That's fair. Ja, das streamen. Okay. Called again. I apologize for the rush, but could you come as quickly as possible? I'm in serious trouble. It'll be Lura trying to kill us. Tower check. I just had too much last night and I forgot all about the tower security check. So he's got evil laughter and he's also an alcoholic. I'll gather a security team, but in the meantime, I need you to go check out the tower right away. Research has begun on the feasibility of developing Unguis Lapis into a habitable area. But the truth is, we're short on manpower and progress has been slow. I'd like you to simply go there to help investigate. I pressed the wrong button. Nah. We haven't been to Unguis Lapis. Ah, we can't out-shuffle. We're stuck with what we got. Okay. Highs with Algol's light. Although to stream was germified as streamin', so it was kind of an accurate sentence. Okay. So what you gonna do now, huh? Listen to my song and wake up. Highs, you're so cool. You're the coolest Arcs character, Highs, with your rockstar dialogue. Okay.
Start dice. Set. Move.
Wow, 1 to start.
Action.
Real good.
Draw.
Just heard a noise against the shed door. It's pretty wild and woolly weather out there, so that could be it. Or, you know, the neighbours are banging on the door going, shut up!
Change. Dice.
Stop talking about being dummy thick in there. Trying to sleep.
Set.
We've got no weapons yet. Oh my god, it's doing that bullshit.
Action. Defense.
This is a bold move. I needed to reload the stream, and it's the first time I got a video I had in like 20 months. Oh wow.
Draw.
Well, thank you for getting your... Why is it like this? Thank you for getting your video out on my stream. Did you have them blocked? Like, was your ad blocker... Was your ad blocker something or something?
Change. Dice.
Oh, there you go. You don't even have ad block on Twitch. So there you go.
Move.
It's been luck of the draw.
Action. Defense.
Why did I attack Pan Arms?
Draw.
Ah, okay. I think I know why. Oh my god. So deck shuffle is off, which means you cannot get a new hand at the start of the battle. And they have stacked my deck. So there's no fucking weapons yet.
Defense.
No mags. Bullshit. Look at that shit. Oh my god. See, this isn't even strategy, it's just rigged. I bet you if we have to restart this battle, we'll get the exact same cards.
Set.
Funny thing, I was thinking of starting my stream when you popped up on Ellie's Discord and I got the overwhelming urge to be lazy. Well, I'm glad you got lazy and decided to hang out here instead.
Defense.
Oh, it's a guard creature. Okay. So no matter what I do to try and hit him,
Draw.
I'm always hitting... Oh my god, finally weapons. We got 5 HP. You also want to play more Tiny Thought? Well, look, I really appreciate you hanging out, Nickabana, and I always enjoy it. But if you want to go stream, you can go stream. That's fine too. Oh, cool.
Defense.
Oh my god, we're going to be dead soon. The Hilda Bear is too good. And picks up a Hank Nebel. There you go. There we go. That's the first time we've lost on the Hunter side? Not 100% sure. No, I don't think it's the first time we've lost on the Hunter side. I think I lost early. Did I say assist trash? It did say assist trash. Moves all assist cards from the hand to the discard pile after the set phase ends. Okay, fair enough. Dude did the pixel art in Adventures of Lomax. Was it way forward for a long time? Recently also, all the way forward games look awesome. So yeah, I can imagine that looking real good. Is that a sign from the game to just go do some boss fights? I think it might be. Yeah. That one's the Arcs one. Oh, go back there. Let's do it. Boss fights, boss fights. I regularly confuse him with another Dutch pixel artist called Hyo van Rieck. Oh yeah, I could see how you can confuse the two. Similar names, both start with H. Welcome to the next level. step up to the dark side. I should look up how that loading screen works. The notes might be affected by what color you've got it as. All right, we're card level 13. Won't make a difference, but you know, let's try it anyway. Ah! Out of the way. Began kind of easy until I started to get slapped around 60% of the game. Well, over halfway and you're getting slapped around. That's not too bad. You know what to do? Rappies. Let's go kill some germs. Dr. Mystical's in the house. We're here to kill some germs. Wish me luck. There's one jump in one of the recent levels I need to try like 30 to 40 times. Oof. I need the biggest oof you've got. That sounds like real old school platforming. Okay, what do we got? We got evil shark, stab, slash. Let's try and change our hand. There we go.
Start.
Healer.
Change. Nice.
Oh, you like Castlevania games?
Set.
What are these cards? Now we're talking. That's a cool card.
Action. Draw.
So now we should be able to drop monsters right on top of it. There's a dash through a tight space. With a dash, you get a little bit switched down. Sometimes it's so precise. Oh, yes. My daughters and I are still working on finishing Rayman Legends. So I know the feel. I know that feel.
Change. Dice.
There's so many parts in Rayman Legends where you get shrunk down, and when you get shrunk down, your attack, instead of doing a punch, they go, phew. Oh yeah, they have a great time. They're very loud, so I have to deal with that, but that's my, they both get very excited. Because my youngest has just started joining in as well, so she, the two girls next to me on the couch going, yeah, do this, do that.
Defense.
Basically, it's a private live stream, yeah, for sure.
Dice.
I do way less talking.
Set.
I need to move. Let's attack. Let's attack. Let's do this.
Defense.
Actually get some attacks in. Oh my god. Look at that. We hit her. Are you doing it for the sub? Enjoy the... I'd rather you didn't use your pocket money that way, but hey. I appreciate the thought.
Change.
Now remember, girls, while we're playing Rayman Legends here on the couch, it's a PG stream, so the language, keep it clean.
Defense.
Now, my youngest is 4, and she, like, the way Rayman Legends works is when you're playing multiplayer. If somebody dies, they just float around as long as one person is still going. The others float around like a big balloon. And so she just dies all the time and she just likes flying around the screen. Here's your allowance. Okay, cool. I'm going to use it to buy emotes.
Action.
We can't seem to get to the point where we've got 3 monsters out. Look at that, though. I'm glad you do that with your kids. I watch movies with my dad, with no parent or grandparent to play games with. Times are gladly a changing. Yeah. My parents didn't dislike video games or anything. They just wouldn't have known what to do.
Change.
They played Wii bowling with us, so there you go. But by that point, I was like 20 years old, so
Defense.
it's not quite the same bonding experience. I've got 10 HP, we're okay. Just wish I had my healing rappy. That'd be good.
Dice.
Having said that, my mum liked playing the unpacking demo. There you go. I don't know if my mum plays any games on her phone. I should ask her.
Action.
When she gets me to, troubleshoot her phone for her.
Defense.
Your mum was no Tetris mum. Oh, yes. We don't need that many Zons, do we? There we go, there's a rappy. Hey, we're doing better. Sometimes we don't get to lay a finger on it. Your dad was the music and movie dude. There you go.
Defense.
My dad liked cowboy movies. He liked Elvis. He liked blues and country music. Mum liked Beatles and Bee Gees.
Dice. Set.
Where's all my monsters?
Action. Defense.
Watched the Blade trilogy when you were 11. Oh my gosh. That would have been a bit much, wouldn't it? For 11-year-old? I still remember the blood shower bit in Blade 1 freaking me out when I was in my teens.
Change.
I think your parents are a bit older than mine, 1959, 1963. Not much older.
Defense.
Mum's 72. So what's that? Is that 51?
Change.
Yes. And Dad was a couple of years older than her, so he would have been... Oh, he was 47. Yeah. 1947, I should say. There's my healing rappy. Business is about to pick up.
Action. Defense.
Oh, no, she dodged by not moving. All right, let's come on. Let's go. Let's go next turn. Get her under 30. We've taken 15 HP off her. please let my Rappy Plus live for at least one turn. Give me 1 HP. There it is, HP plus 1. In the last 10 or so years, I got to talk with Mum more about the music of the youth and watch an old music show from the 70s that had reruns. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Set.
Music was better back then. Discovered Moscow by Wonderland through such a great song. Oh, that's awesome. It's always great fun to discover music by your parents or by, you know, discovering the old stuff.
Defense.
I lost my license when I was 21. And I won't discuss that further. But my job, my part-time job during uni was half an hour away. So it was actually amazing that Mum and Dad would give me a lift to work and stuff. And oh no, this is backwards. This is before the losing job thing. Anyway, losing license. But Dad would pick me up in the car, and our van just had a tape deck, and we'd listen to his, you know, various blues tapes and stuff. And oh, it was the best. We're just not getting enough monsters out in the field. And I also got to annoy Overloving Can the Can by throwing it out against the 70s. Oh, that's awesome. That's not a bad song. Nothing wrong with a bit of Susie Q.
Set.
Oh no, the card wore off. Ooh. Oh, that Flatland card did not last forever. That's a shame. That's right, we'll still get close enough.
Action.
What does this one do? This one does something good. One card from the hand of the opponent moves to the discard pile. No effect. Okay, let's give it a go.
Defense.
Well, my dad was instrumental in me being a massive metal fan. I listened to it since early childhood because of it. There you go. Metal.
Draw.
Give me more rappies. There we go. 25. That is 20 HP down.
Change. Defense.
Oh, this is the hit everybody attack. We got no defensive cards. Oh, we have 1 HP remaining. Oh boy.
Change. Dice. Set.
Get up there, little rappy. Get up there.
Action.
He's got
Defense.
too many defensive cards though. Ah, sucks. Well, we finally got an Owl Rappy into our hand, so that means we will not have that Owl Rappy out of our hand. I don't have any defensive cards. I think that was part of the strategy, I think. I can't remember.
Change.
More Dice Fever. Okay.
Defense.
Oh no, we're dead. We're dead. It's over. It's over. Well, hey, that went okay. Initially, that went okay. Until she hit the I win button. But, you know, that's how it always goes. All right, the old music show called Disco. Well, that's a good name for an old music show, isn't it? I watched with my mum. Was mostly youth music / non-German music. It was really cool, especially at the time. But the host did also little sketches in between. It weren't funny back then, and now, but cringe, and it's still cringe. So I can't overstate how cringe they are in stark contrast to how cool the show was. Rich. Big Hand increases the number of cards that a hand can hold from 5 to 6 for all players while this card is on the field. Up to 6 cards can be drawn during the draw phase. That'd be an interesting card. All right, that was attempt 1. Attempt 1. I should go back and count up how many times. I did think about doing a separate YouTube video about this boss eventually and just putting it all together about how many, all the attempts and doing a counter, but God, it would take. That's how it usually goes when I talk to people who watched it back in the day. Yeah, it was so cool, but the sketches were so cringe. So you could just skip the sketches. Sounds like watching Countdown, which is an Australian kind of top of the pops type show, and the interviews on it look like they're bad. Anything that wasn't the bands performing, by which I mean lip syncing on stage, is just no good. All right, let's give it a go. Let's try Rappies again. And then we can also try the non-Rappies deck if we get a chance. Lip sync is in fact even, this is like the 70s. I have the feeling part of the reason they did that lip sync so much was because with what they had technology-wise, it probably wouldn't have sounded very good anyway. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You always see footage from Woodstock and it looks good and sounds good, but has that been remastered or anything? I don't know. Oh, wow. Great roll to start. Like one of the ones I remember the most is like Iggy Pop. And so this was like the late 70s, early 80s. So, oh, no change to the hand. No, thank you. And he was just jumping through the crowd, running everywhere, somehow never missed a note. The song sounded absolutely perfect. It's like, okay. She gets snake eyes on her first turn. There you go. I watched a bit of RuPaul's Drag Race because a friend is such a fan. I was immediately bigoted against lip sync. Hold on. None of these drag performers can sing at all. Oh. All right. Getting there. Get to that point in the night where the legs hurt.
Defense.
Oh, she's opening with the hit. Everybody attack. Oh, she run away. Where? Oh no, she just hit me via my monster.
Change base.
I don't want to get that Rappy out too soon.
Set.
Because we've only lost 1 HP and the timing of it is very important. Legs are fine hurting. No, that's true. Absolutely true.
Action. Defense.
Oh. Hurting wrists, exactly.
Change.
I'm both. So what does that make me?
Defense.
Claws are copping it. Use Dice Frenzy already so I can,
Change.
get 5s at least. Oh,
Set.
so rigged. So rigged.
Move. Action.
Can't do anything with these rolls. I can't do anything with these rolls. I just want to see what she does and see where she goes. There's freedom of movement. Okay, interesting.
Defense.
Seriously, been getting a lot of pain, a lot of tendons and joints. Need to lose weight ASAP. Yes, like you're getting pain in the joints and stuff. Absolutely. Oh, I need to get healthier. Joints and everything else, like you gotta exercise them as well.
Change. Dice. Set.
Why are my rolls so bad?
Move.
I forgot how frustrating this battle can be until she gives you Dice Frenzy.
Draw.
Because, good lord, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. We haven't hit her yet. We have not hit her yet. So eat healthy, you mean less kebabs, right? There's Dice Fever. So for me, I eat pretty healthily, but just too much. Suffer from yep, I know that feeling for sure.
Defense.
Sometimes eating is almost a sensation thing for me rather than being hungry. It's like you just want that sensation, that flavor of food or whatever, and I've got to stop myself sometimes.
Change. Dice.
All right, now we're going to roll 5s, and we've got nobody on the field.
Set.
Oh, Dark Gunner, go right there, buddy. Let's get an attack in. Come on.
Action.
I did not pay attention to the Dark Gunner being able to actually hit from further away. Oh, well. Hit. Certifiable hit.
Draw.
Oh, monsters. Damn it. You don't understand. I need to keep up a constant churn of cannon fodder.
Change.
I'm wondering if I've got too many attack type cards. Oh, she's lining them up. Damn it.
Defense.
Oh, she's lining them all up. Oh, goodbye, Halloween Rabbit. It was my ADHD. Good food is like a good piece of art where you get fulfilled. Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, Halloween Rappy, you lived.
Change.
Like,
Dice.
oh.
Set. Move. Action. Defense.
Yes, the pumpkin burb. It does such a good job of making me live a little bit longer. There we go, another Rappy. This one's not going as well, but
Change.
Endu's health is a lot better. Oh, what's she doing from there? Just the rappy. We'll go straight back in the hand. But what part of the rappy deck plan?
Change. Dice.
You don't want you don't want the sensations of it to subside. Yes, exactly. You don't want it to be over. You want to keep it going. Part of the strategy with this deck is to have lots of our rappies, and then she kills them, but then you've got 3 in your hand again, which is just not happening. Just not happening.
Action.
For me, it's also portion sizes. I basically eat all what's on the plate. Promise place whole lasagna. Oh, whole lasagna. Same here. Always brought up, raised. Got to eat everything that's on your plate. You don't necessarily have to, especially if you're trying to do portion control. She's going to line them up and kill them both. Oh no, she's going to kill everyone. There we go. Only 2 HP off of Endu, which is, small mercy.
Change. Dice.
Come on.
Set.
I'm straight back in there. Luckily, my favourite drink is chamomile tea, and my second favourite is plain water. So luckily, don't suffer from getting too much calories from drinks and no sweet tooth. Oh, see, that's my problem. Like, Coke is my favourite friggin' drink. Or beer. It's like, shit.
Defense.
But I drink heaps of water. I love water. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. I also drink my calories, which is a bad way to go. One thing they always told me at the gym when I went is don't drink calories. Yeah, you don't drink alcohol. There you go. So is the strategy largely to waste their time choosing time? No. I know it may look like that. With the blue rappies, what happens with the blue rappies is... well, 2 things. The yellow rappies don't get discarded. They die, they go back in your deck. So you'll never run out of the rappies. The blue rappies, they die, they go straight back into your hand. This is the same rappy over and over again.
Action.
Is Dice Frenzy over? It is, okay. So the idea, like the hope, is that you end up with 3 owl rappies in your hand. So every turn you can deploy 3 owl rappies and attack. But I can't seem to get more than 1.
Defense.
Like, rappies only do 1 damage. But if we're doing 3 damage a turn, maybe we can outpace her eventually. But yeah, it's not happening. The strategy's not coming together. It all depends on your luck of the draw.
Set.
I should have used that flatland card. Oh. Seriously, when you drink plain water for a long time, you start to notice differences happening to me. Local Berlin water Spreequell, for example, tastes a little sweet, which some water does. Yeah, the differences in water types, yeah, for sure. And this boss is still just unnecessarily cruel? Yes. Also, carbonated water now tastes... Yeah, I don't like carbonated water. One of my sisters-in-law likes soda water, which is what they call it. I can't stand it. I don't understand why. It's just my brain goes, this is water. It shouldn't have bubbles in it. Get out of here, maybe. I don't know. Oh, what's she doing? Oh, she's lining them up. Right.
Change dice. Set. Action. Draw.
I do love seltz-water and club soda in summer. See, yeah. So if you mix it with something, absolutely. But just soda water on its own is like, bleh. I never liked carbonated drink. I also, if I drink a soft drink, I stir out the carbonation. Oh, you make it flat. Oh, there you go. My wife likes flat drinks. She doesn't care if it's flat or whatever. No mixes.
Defense.
Oh, this is it. I think this is a hit. This is the hit. Yep, there it is. Okay. We'll do one more attempt and we'll call them more bubbles event. Yeah, I'm with you, Retro. Don't worry. I'm 100% on your side there. Well, if it's painful for you, of course, of course. Let's do one more attempt. Take us up to midnight. Thank you for the rip. One more attempt to take us up to midnight. I'm wondering if I should still have just one or two defensive cards in there. If the soda doesn't go boom. Boom, 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 boom. Entering World Street. Now, what's the right technique to get rid of too much gas buildup in a can? Well, my wife does. She gets the can and taps. Hang on. Not a very good example, but she goes tap, 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 tap before she opens it. She thinks that makes it. She thinks it helps it not go. Psh. My technique is just don't drop the can before you open it. I always did a tap on top, but I read you're supposed to be on the side. Yes, and of course, open slow. God's sake. Get better results opening fast. Oh, there you go. Maybe it's like holding down B while playing Pokemon. It's all the results are all in your head. It would have happened regardless. Starting with a 6. Look at that. My God. I would not like to change my hand.
Start dice.
Start dice. Very exciting.
Set.
Do we get studies on this? I volunteer. I volunteer to open up lots of cans of soda and drink it all. Why couldn't they attack, though? Oh, you can't attack on the first turn. Of course.
Change. Defense.
Oh, she's gone with the devil whim early. There you go. HP -7. We're off to a great start.
Change. Nice.
Can you see how serious I'm being?
Set.
3 and 1. Good Lord.
Action.
Peck away, my little friend.
Defense. Draw.
Oh, God, give me more monsters, please. I feel like maybe I should, next time, swap out some of those foils and stuff. Like, the idea was to give the Rappies more
Defense.
attack power, so they're not just doing 1 HP damage. But what I'm feeling is like, I feel like I don't get a chance to use them. They're not lasting long enough, and so maybe those slots would be better off with some defensive cards, just to maybe give Endu a bit more survivability. I don't know.
Set.
The dice rolls are so shit. They're so bad.
Action.
Okay, so we got, like, now it's like, which one do we use? Let's give that a go.
Defense.
Well, she's got no defensive cards at the moment, so we'll do 2 HP. Oh, -5. Quick English question. If someone swears a lot, could you say they are sweary? Or is that not really a weird thing? No, sweary is absolutely it. Like, you describe someone as being a sweary, being very sweary. Why would you ask that in my stream? We're a clean PG stream here. There's no swearing happening here.
Change.
Nah, sweary is absolutely it.
Defense.
Oh, here we go. The Devil's Whim card. I can't even tell what's going on in that card. It's probably her. -7.
Change. Nice.
Okay, please. Oh, it's Dice Frenzy. Okay, so we're gonna get 5s. Yep.
Set.
Come out, my hero. Also swear a lot in German, arguably more than in English. There you go.
Action.
I'm imagining what that sounds like, and I like it.
Draw.
Hey, VR, how are you? You've missed
Change.
the lots of success in the hunter mode earlier, and now you've come in just in time for me to, well,
Defense.
for my 3rd and probably final attempt at, oh, I've forgotten her name again. I know. Oh, okay, now I remember it. I'm working my butt off at the new place trying to get it done so I can get back to streaming.
Change.
How's it going? How is the new
Nice.
place going? I'm doing well. I'm tired. I'm sick to death of this fucking battle. If that helps. Sick to fucking, doesn't it? Is it quote unquote or quote unquote? It is quote unquote. So essentially, you know, the start of the sentence is the opening quote, and then you say whatever you got to say, and then it's unquote. So essentially, you're saying the quote has ended. Hope that makes sense.
Defense.
Only ever heard it, never read it. Yeah, so just to make that clear, quote unquote.
Draw. Change.
Yeah, and the reason you've heard it more than Reddit is because quote unquote is used for when you're speaking to essentially say, if you were reading this, this is where you would see somebody else's quote in quotes. So.
Change dice.
Come on, give me fives.
Set.
Do we want to use the flatland card yet? No, because we're not deploying anybody at the moment. Oh, that's too much. Fuck.
Action. Defense.
I didn't mean to move 2 spaces with that other rappy. I wanted to just move 1. We're in the 20s. We're in the 20s. Yeah, for me the thinking was also, maybe it's like I heard it from someone who heard it from someone. So it's quote on a quote. Yeah, I could see that interpretation. But yeah, quote unquote is the way I've always been taught. And I mean, you know how it's used. You would be like, so I was talking to Nick Abanu the other day, and they said, quote, what did you say earlier? Source, I made that shit up, unquote.
Change dice.
Come on, Dice Frenzy, still going. All right. Oh, yes. Box her in. Don't let her move.
Move. Action.
All right, let's get some. Oh, there we go. Got too many cards. Please don't quote my green. No. No cringe, it's just chat. All right. Castor is getting down there. 26 to go. We've got 3 monsters on the field. Well, we've got 4 monsters on the field, and we've got healing. But with 5 HP, we are at risk at any moment. We're at risk at any moment of her just deciding to kill us. So, speaking of which, now we're down at 4 HP.
Nice.
Venn diagram check. Oh no! Frenzy is over. Dice Frenzy is over. Don't move.
Action. Defense.
Look at that, 21. If only we had a way of having more than one turn per turn. The Rappies strategy, everyone. Look at all those Rappies.
Defense.
Oh my God, is she just attacking a single? Oh my God, I've never... Mercy, she only attacked one person.
Change dice.
Come on, sixes, sixes. God damn. That flatland card is really cool, but if I use it, I can't use anything else. Also, I love the word cringe. This is kind of approximates a German word English speakers always had a fascination with. Brim Shaman. Oh, no idea how to pronounce that, sorry.
Action.
Be ashamed of, embarrassed by someone else. Well,
Defense.
I'm always embarrassing others, that's fair enough. Her defensive cards seem to have dried up, or she's not using them. So, hey, 15 HP, we'll take that. Slash and stab, no, they're handy. Just need more monsters. Where's all my owl rappies? Don't tell me I've only got one. Because that kind of goes against the point of the whole thing if I've only got one owl rappy. What's she gonna do? She's gonna move, surely. Yep, there she goes. Oh no.
Defense.
Oh no, Halloween rappy, no. This could be it, actually. Now you have to approximate back faith and shit. Shit's. Oh no, the healing is gone. The healing is gone.
Change. Dice.
4 and 4. Okay. Don't move.
Action.
Just stab.
Defense.
Oh, now the defensive cards come out. Sure. All for 1 HP damage. Okay. Multiple cards. HP. It's usually translated as a face in need of slapping, but I always thought of it as a face that looks good for slapping. Oh, she's coming to kill us. Here we go. That's it.
Defense.
We've got straight line on us. We've got 2 HP. It's all she wrote. There it is. Okay. That was lots of winning at, you know. There was lots of winning at the hunter side and then 3 failed attempts. Oh, let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. It's not midnight just yet. I want to have a quick look at that deck. I think there's some improvements to be made to the Rappies one. Anti. Worst case, you can always chuck in one heal to bear for some last minute heavy hitting, potentially. Pico, what are you doing? Cures. Oh, there you go. We got an antidote card at last. He's cracking his neck. Ah, back fiffer being literally cheek whistle pipe. There you go. One more time. Should we go for 4 defeats in a night? Does that time there? Does that mean we've played this for nearly 34 hours? There's too much cards. Too many cards? Too much cards. Yeah, this final boss is a real pain. Earlier VR, we were actually just whooping hunter missions. It was a great time. Silpha is OP. Whenever you're in my chat, I'm going to give you some gem rounds today. Okay, looking forward to it. Okay, let's look at Rappies. We've got 12 monsters in this deck. 12 creatures. All right, so we've only got 1 Owl Rappy. That isn't going to work. I think if we get 3 Owl Rappies, I think that makes a big difference in this one. Oh, I bet. Having that crazy stock of amazing hunters' weapons you stockpile in the Arcs campaign. Yes. Plenty of options. Plenty of options for sure. Now, what I wanted to do is get rid of... Where is it? That one. I just want to have a little bit of defense. Just a couple of guard cards. They may make the difference. Plus, if I'd left this till next week, I may have forgotten to do that. He's already got a scarf on. The scarf over the shoulder. All right, last attempt. I don't know why I had just one owl rappy. With 3 owl rappies, there is a potential that we can get to a point where, yeah, she kills them every turn, but then we can get multiple owl rappies out of our hand straight away. Let's fucking go. Get hyped. I don't know what that noise was. Apologies. Come on. Dice/card gods, be kind. Give me your energy, chat. Give me your energy. I need fuel. What I found in recent years, the 2 big reasons that English speakers have problems with German pronunciation is A, they don't elongate the vowels enough, and B, in English the mouth is more open and the tongue is farther back. There you go. Would you like to change my hand? No. Going straight to rappies.
Start dice.
Oh my god. Go fuck yourself, game. Just go fuck yourself.
Action. Draw. Change.
Spirit bomb this girl. I can't spell correctly, save. Further, seriously. I knew what you meant. You just can't use this attack in the first turn. Just fuck off. You can't use that attack in the first turn. Just bullshit.
Set. Move. Action. Defense.
Hands are getting too quick.
Draw.
My typos go through the roof when I'm watching on my phone and trying to chat on my phone at the same time. It just does not happen. Does not work. So with that flatland card I've got, potentially, while that flatland card is active, I can deploy my owl rappies, right next to her all day long. So she's going to kill this owl rappy now. It's fine. So now I've got 2 owl rappies in my hand. So say she does Dice Frenzy, so I'm getting 5 every turn.
Change.
Every turn I can deploy 2 rappies and attack once.
Set.
Oh, I got a 6. There you go. What have we got left? I don't want to deploy him just yet. Let's actually do an attack.
Action. Defense.
I mean, I have the conscious habit of writing only lowercase, even in German, where every noun is uppercase. Makes it faster to write. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. She used the wrong defensive cards there. My dad's handwriting, and I don't know if he wrote in block letters, and maybe that was just something he learnt at work or something, but yeah, he wrote in uppercase all the time. -5, good rappy, absolutely.
Change.
That's why those spell cards are in the deck. When we do get to use them, they can do, and she doesn't block them.
Defense.
Now, no point defending against that. No dice frenzy yet. Come on.
Send. Action. Defense.
I'm trying to be like, it doesn't matter when she does her, you know, I'm going to hit everybody on the board attack, but I'm trying not to line them up. If they're in a straight line, she has another attack where she can just go in a straight line through them. So might as well not give her the opportunity. Oh, but she's lining up him and Endu. Oh no. Killed everyone anyway. Give me a 6. Give me a 6. Come on. She's in a good spot.
Send.
Only one came back to my hand. Am I correct there? Yes. Fine.
Action. Defense.
One thing I'm glad that I learned most English through listening. 26, nice. So I never got confused how a word is pronounced. I now regularly notice German speakers pronounce English words wrong because I think it's pronounced similarly to another word. But in English, every word's pronunciation is a special case. Yeah, pretty much. Every single word is just designed to confuse. Oh, she's stepping back.
Defense.
All right, we can at least guard Endu. There we go. -3. Hooray.
Change. Dice.
Height and weight and weight. Yes. Oh, no.
Send.
I need way more than that. What do we do? What do I do?
Action.
It's not where I want to be because me and that claw, Endu and the claw are lined up, which is bad. But I just haven't got the dice roll to move, which is what frustrates me about card games and dice in the fucking first place.
Defense.
No, yep, she's going to hit us both. No, she takes the wheel. No, it's except the CPU. Yeah, tell me about it. One more go. One more. That was 4 deaths. One to go. We'll continue our German language lesson while we go. Oh, I wish there was just a quick restart though. That would be amazing. Solid. Muscular. Single word. Well, worst case, you can always go run the hunter side to the end, and then you'll have crazy good arcs card for this. Yeah, maybe. I would like to finish, just because we started the arc side first, to finish the arc side. Arc side. Oh, I can confirm that for sure. Just from tonight, we got so many arcs cards. We had a Del Rappy, which is like a dark Rappy, which I've never even seen before. But I couldn't see the card art. Well, I think if you beat it on Hunters first, you'll get to do the extra boss in the end of the Arcs one. Another reason why I want to finish Arcs first. I don't want there to be another boss after this. Yeah, I know. You've told me before that it's stupid easy, but jeez, I want to beat this boss and then go to bed. This is it. We finally made it, says Endu, on our 40th attempt at beating this fucking boss. Seriously, last attempt, because I really do need to go to bed. Oh, that win-loss ratio, 55-53. It's a BS boss, absolutely. This tweaked out killer boss.
Start dice.
Give me a 6. Come on. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. You suck.
Set.
Oh, shit. Meanwhile, the boss I'm dealing with IRL is the swarm of shrews that keep getting into the house. Oh, my God.
Action.
A swarm of shrews. That doesn't sound much fun.
Change.
What do you do about a swarm of shrews? I guess you need a exterminator or something, I suppose. Little mouse-like things, right? Oh, she got him in face my creatures. Yeah. Press me out.
Change.
Home ownership.
Set.
Keep getting eating your product. Oh, okay. You're so sure it's your work, boss. He's a bit hard to understand, but we get along okay. His instructions are usually along the lines of, oh, I can't do squeaks.
Change.
Oh no, you've gone real evil on them. Oh no. HP -7. Fucking wonderful. How many turns have we had? And I'm at half health already.
Change. Dice.
So evil to be terms. Oh my gosh. VR, remind me not to incur your wrath. Wrath?
Action. Draw.
Been waking up super early every morning for them scratching the walls and ruffling bags. Oh, God.
Change.
Sometimes they get done working on the house till 1. Oh, my God. Que Orozco.
Defense.
No, she is on. She has had enough of my shit. She's just gunning for me tonight. Yep. Nearly dead already. But again, just the hand I was dealt.
Send.
It's just so fucking hard to do anything.
Action. Defense.
God, it's a depressing way to end the stream. Oh, it's real depressing.
Draw. Change.
Actually, now that she's there, I should have moved Endu, but that's it now. Oh, no. Interesting choice. Oh, she's going to hit everybody anyway. Or is this just going to be the 1 HP damage? Let's see. Eventual victory, we for all the pain. Well, that eventual victory will definitely have to be eventual, because that is it. Gotta go to bed. I got to go to bed. Who is on for raid? Not many of my. Well, I probably need to follow more people. So the stream will end on a note. Good night. Thanks, Nick. Goodbye. Thanks for hanging out. We'll take a raid over to Tinsera. Who's playing? What were they playing? World Box God Simulator. Interesting. Good hustle. Thanks, Eurazy. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right, got to show you the cards. The 2 cards we'll get. It's all part of the experience. Good seeing you too, VR. Good luck with the house and the shrews and everything, man. Hope to see you on streaming again soon. Let us do this. Raid a channel. And then the raid will begin. I'll switch over to my end screen. New desk come in the mail Friday. Awesome. Well, I will see you hopefully on Saturday for more Peace Walker. Peace Walker's fun. Peace Walker lets you progress through the game. Way funner than this. So yes, we'll take that raid over there. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've had a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I hope to see you soon.